stand by.
I'm echoing.
All right, give it a second. We'll figure it out.
Okay.
Good morning, everybody. 1, 2, and 4. How's that, Carmen? Nope. You
It's
shut
not.
it out of the headphones.
Oh.
Oh,
It was working for a second?
it was for a second.
All right, give me a second. Hold on. Everybody stand by. Don't freak out. How's that, Carmen?
Hello, hello. No. Oh.
She said, oh. Comics in 2, 3, and 4. How's that?
Hello.
How's
Yeah.
that?
Yep.
Better? All right.
Yeah,
Yay.
you did it.
Sorry, the power went out and it reset some of the things I can't tell until we go on the air.
Oh my God.
Good morning. Welcome to the program. It is Monday, May 5th, 2025. Good morning and welcome to the show.
Cinco de Mayo.
Cinco de Mayo, Galvin. I just read out loud May 5th and didn't realize it was Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah.
Yeah. Means nothing to me.
No.
Means nothing to Mexicans either, by the way.
No.
It means a lot to Corona and a couple of fajita huts around here.
Tequila.
Yeah.
Tequila, yeah.
And the people that want just another reason to party.
Yep. Which is fine. I'm not knocking it. I'm saying, hey, enjoy your day. Sorry that it's a Monday. You know what I mean?
Right.
We had a great Cinco de Mayo party planned. I don't know if it was last year or the year before. In Palm Harbor. The city hired Pitbull Toddler to play, and they do a big block party, and they shut it down, and we were very excited. And then this idiot got COVID, and we could not go out there. If you got COVID now, and you didn't feel the effects of it, like you're like, I don't really feel sick, because I didn't feel sick when I had it last time either. Would you even do anything? Would you not come to work? Would you tell anybody?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, do you know that you have COVID? Like, you have COVID, but you don't feel sick at all?
Right, like you like had like a little bit of a cold, just like a little, like not enough to keep you home from work.
Yeah, I'm still letting you know and being like, hey, should I come in or no?
I mean, that's true. I mean, I would let you guys know too, but I would still want to be like, oh, I'm just going.
If you had it, Mike, you would let them know
after
the first hour that
yeah.
everyone's there.
Yeah, just to let you guys know I got COVID.
Yeah.
Don't kiss
Everybody
me.
in the house has COVID, by
Hey,
the way.
everyone's gonna die tomorrow. You guys.
This is not a rerun of the show. I'm kidding. Nobody has COVID. We're just speaking in hypothetical.
We've all been feeling it for about a week now, so I'd let you guys know.
Oh,
But I will
man.
say that's what COVID taught us. If you're sick, stay home.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
don't need you.
You should have known that.
The world will go on without you.
I would imagine if I had COVID now and it didn't affect me, I would just do the show by myself for a couple of days. You know.
You mean
in
by
here.
yourself here? Yeah.
Yeah. I was talking to Bootleg Kev, who does nights on Wild here. Used to be on Wild, but is now like huge in LA in the rap community.
Oh yeah.
And he was out there at the race yesterday, and we were just talking, and he was like, "Are you guys still over there on 4th Street?" And I said, "Yeah." And then I had to stop and go, "Is that where we are, 4th?" Like I couldn't even remember the address. And I go, "Yeah, same building." But I don't do it from there. I do it from my home studio. And he was like, "Yeah." He goes, and I just thought about this. It was so funny. He goes, "I thought about doing that at one point," because he does like a syndicated show on the weekends and stuff. And he like, "I've thought about doing it from there." He goes, "But then I have to have everybody come to my house." I go, "Why? That's what I do. It's really not so bad. I mean, we just had some. It's funny because I can watch TV and see famous people on TV and be like, that guy's been in my kitchen. That guy's peed in my toilet. You know, it's funny." And he goes, "Yeah, but rappers, he goes, they roll in with like 30 people."
Yeah.
I thought, can you imagine
Big entourage.
a big entourage of rap dudes, and my wife would be just freaking out, and dudes just walking around going through my pantry.
I think when the little midget micro wrestlers came, or what were they?
Yeah, the micro wrestlers,
Micro something, strippers
things,
or whatever. That was the weirdest day.
Yeah.
That was pretty weird.
Yeah, the one midget walked through the house and looked at your midget cat.
Yeah.
Right.
And they,
Identified with
They
it.
connect eyes, and it was weird.
The other one tried to ride the dog.
I'm trying to think what else was weird when there was a bunch of people here.
Yeah, I mean, I remember one time when Bert's comedy tour came in here, and it was Bert, Mark Norman,
That was a lot
Dave
of people.
Williamson, yeah, and everybody just peeing in the backyard and playing with the turtle, and I'm like, it got a little hectic. So, anyway, welcome to the program today. We got a lot to talk about. And I mean, at the top of everybody's mind, let's just get right to it real quick. I'm sure we'll revisit this in the news, but Joe, won the race.
I did.
I bet. Did you bet on the Kentucky Derby?
No, I didn't.
I bet on the Kentucky Derby. I bet $150 on the 30-1 long shot, something almighty. I forgot what it was.
Bruce Almighty. No,
Was it,
it was. Yeah, but it wasn't Bruce, but it was something Almighty.
Anyway, I bet on that horse by accident. I meant to bet $50 on it to win, like a long shot win, and then I was going to use my money to bet on other things, and I accidentally spent that money. And I went, all right, well, that's how it goes. There's no accidents. When it happens, it happens, And that horse came out and was in the lead towards the end, and I started doing the math. I was going to buy you guys some breakfast today. I was so excited, and then as usual, when they get down the final stretch, it just all your dreams fade away. But that would have been a nice little hit there. And then out of nowhere, what did you call that horse, Joe?
I can't remember.
Sovereignty?
Sovereignty.
Yeah. Sovereignty ended up being the winner. So now if you can turn that into a Pope trifecta, that would be great.
I know. Look, come on, Black Pope.
You didn't bet on it, though, did you?
The exacta.
No, he didn't bet on it.
No.
He didn't even know that it was happening.
Yeah, I think that was the only name he remembered as we were reading the names off.
Right.
Yeah, and he didn't even remember it well. So.
By the way, Owen Almighty was 40-1. Owen Almighty is the one that was. Yeah,
Owen.
Yeah, because I remember he tried to either copy Carmen or somebody else, and they said that horse was taken.
Right.
Yeah.
You did.
Sovereignty?
No, you tried to piggyback off somebody else because you weren't paying attention.
No, I piggybacked off your Black Pope.
Yeah.
But not Sovereignty.
Yeah, Sovereignty was his from the start.
That's right.
Why is the Kentucky Derby like the one that everybody pays attention to?
Because it's the kickoff, the big one, and then it's the Triple Crown.
Okay.
And that's the first one of the Triple Crown, I think it is, right?
Yeah, there's the Preakness and then the
Belmont.
other one, Belmont.
It's like nobody cares about horse race until the Kentucky Derby.
Yeah.
And that's the only
the
one you ever.
hats.
It's just I don't know.
They made it such a to-do, and I think
Such
that
a
just
thing.
became the biggest one. Yeah, I
Right.
don't know how exactly, whatever. By the way, that would have been $150, $41, $6,000.
Yeah, as that horse was going around, I was like, oh, wouldn't that be? Hey, come on, you son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Run it. And nobody in the house knew what was going on. I'm just yelling at the TV. Oh, I did not win. So there you go. I wonder why they don't have that on the Hard Rock bet.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. I tried to Google it, and it definitely mentioned in that it wasn't that horse racing's not featured on the app, and it must have something to do with the loophole or the way the Seminoles have
what
set
rights,
up the thing.
what rights they have
I
to
think-
which different things.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
But I think my best guess would be that you're either all in horse racing or you're out. I mean, because there's horse racing almost 24 hours a day.
Yeah.
And either they're gonna. I mean, I don't know. I think they probably don't have the infrastructure to do just the Kentucky Derby, but
I mean, I'm guessing it's something like with like Tampa Bay Downs. You can gamble there, but there's no gambling in Florida unless you're on Indian reservations.
Yeah, it's interesting too because Gio and I went to the bare knuckle fighting on Friday, which was awesome. But they don't have that on there. But they do have other MMA. They have UFC, but they have a bunch of other MMA things on there. But they don't have
bare knuckles kind of
bare
local
knuckle.
though.
No, it's huge.
It's all
but
over the place.
But it wasn't on TV, was it?
Yeah.
For the one from OGC?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, I didn't know
They
that.
do pay-per-view and they do it all over the place.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Conor McGregor owns part of it.
No, I didn't think I knew it was successful. I just didn't think that like the one that was on the other day was it pay-per-view or
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. It was awesome.
It really was.
So it was crazy.
it looked cool. I watched
Ton of
the videos.
knockouts.
Yeah.
Like it was awesome.
It is, yeah. I mean, they're knocking each other out because they're literally just wrapping their hands. They don't have any gloves on, anything like that. And there was this guy knocks this guy down. Then that guy knocks this guy down.
Yeah.
Back and forth 5 times in one fight. They knocked each other down. And then the one guy wound up winning. It was crazy.
What people don't realize, because I don't know, when I was a kid, we fought all the time. You'd fight a kid in your neighborhood, and then the next day you'd be friends with them. You know what I mean? I don't realize how until I moved to Florida how people don't fight a lot. You know, and like did you fight a lot when you were a kid?
Once or twice.
I mean, we fought weekly, not like bloody fight, but there was fist fights. Like there was punching in the face and that stuff, and then you'd be friends the next day.
In Tallahassee, there would be a lot of drunken bar fights.
There was a lot of that in my 20s, you know, but
and you kind of get mixed up with like 10 other people fighting.
Nothing to really be proud of.
No, not at all.
But what people forget is because they always say, you've never been punched in the face. To some people, like their attitude shows that they've never been punched in the face. You've never punched somebody in the face. with your bare hands.
Yeah.
That doesn't always tickle.
Oh, no.
I mean, I've broken a bone in my hand from punching somebody
Catch
in the
a
face.
tooth.
Yeah. I've caught it. I got a scar over here from a tooth. I broke this bone in this hand from punching some dude in the head by accident.
Yeah, Galvin and I, when we were watching the fights, I was like, how more of these guys not breaking their hands? Because
they do.
They're wearing nothing, you know?
I will tell you that in my entire life, I've never felt as much pain as the broken bone in this hand. I broke the bone. I punched a guy and he put his head down and I punched him in the back of the head and I felt it immediately and then it went numb.
Yeah.
So then I went to the hospital the next day and the doctor said, you have a hairline fracture. And I said, okay. He goes, we should wrap it in a cast and let it till it's set. I was like, I'm not wearing a cast. I was claustrophobic. I didn't want the cast. So I'm like, I'll wrap it in some. Then I left there and I went over to, it was a Saturday afternoon. I went over to the FLZ studios. I was not working there, but I had to cut a commercial for a company and they let me use their studio. So I go in there and I was with Brian Fink and we were recording the commercial. And then on my way out, I grabbed the big heavy studio door. And as I was walking out, I realized I forgot the script and I turned around to grab the script and the door went and it broke the hairline fracture. It snapped the bone.
Yeah.
So that was the worst pain to this day in my life that I've ever felt. And then I walked from the back of the building to the parking lot. And when I went to the parking lot, I went to go put my hand in my pocket to get my keys, and I couldn't get in my pocket. And I looked down, and I had like a golf ball inside my hand.
Yeah.
And I went across the street to the bar that was over there, and they gave me ice, and I iced it up. And it was that hurt so. I feel it right now just talking about it.
Now think about that happening to your hand and then continuing to fight.
Yeah.
Because fighters will do that.
Yes.
Boxers will do that where they go to do a body shot and they'll hit the guy's hip and they break their hand. And they'll interview him afterwards and they go, yeah, I broke my hand in the 4th round.
Yeah.
And they go 12 rounds.
Yeah.
And you're like, what?
Because what happens is that the shock sets in.
Yeah,
and you don't feel it. It numbs it up. But because I had a broken blood vessel in there and the blood had escaped from the bone and it pulled up right in that area, it was just, imagine going to put your hand in your pocket and there's a golf ball in your hand. Oh, it hurts so bad.
When I fell in a ditch at Clearwater Beach because I was drinking, and my thumb did one of these and it broke back. I didn't feel it that night and kept going out to the bars, and then the next morning it was brutal.
Did anybody
whole hand was like swollen?
Did you see Steve-O's video?
Yes.
Well, he broke his finger. I don't know what he was doing, but it's all bloody and and he's touching it.
He holds it up and it's like up here. He's trying to put it back into place, and they show the break and it's like a clean break.
Why
off.
would he try to put it back into? I mean, when they showed the X-ray, it was cut right in half.
Because he's Steve-O.
He's nuts, dude.
Yeah.
But
'Cause he's
also
sober.
when it first happens, if it's just like dislocated or something like that, you need to pop it in before it swells, because then you'll have more problems.
His, judging by the X-ray, was not dislocated. It was clean cut right
Right.
there.
It was bloody. I don't know what was going on.
But when it first happens, you don't know. You know what I mean? Because I just remember when I dislocated my knee, I popped it back in myself.
Whoa!
Yeah. It like literally my kneecap was on the side of my knee.
Loose
and
knees.
loose knees, and I just hit it to pop it back into place.
Look at you, Riggs.
And the doctor said, luckily I did that, because it would have been way worse
More
if I
damage.
let it if I would have let it swelled up and stuff, because then they would have had to put they would have had to do a bunch more stuff to get it back in place.
Yeah.
Basically.
Oof.
Yeah.
Oh, well, good morning, everybody. Yeah. Nobody injured from the 5K yesterday?
No.
I'm pretty sore.
Are you?
I was perfectly fine, and then when I went to leave, I was walking up the stairs to go to my car, and like my legs all cramped up, and I fell down.
Where were you, Gio? We saw your son. He stayed pretty close to us.
No, he was going, and then I was like, dude, don't wait for me.
At
And
one point,
he took off, and then I just slowly plodded along.
Save yourself.
Yeah.
At one point, we saw him running, and I was like looking around. I was like, "There is no way Gio's
No, dude.
near."
My son crossed the finish line with Jason Kelsey.
No,
Yeah.
He goes, dude, I ran with Jason Kelsey the whole time. He's like, he was crushing beers and tried to keep handing me one. They had beers every mile.
Yeah.
Because he was trying to do the beer run.
Yeah, you want to do the whole thing.
So my son's like, like twice Jason Kelsey. Yes, Jason Kelsey, I'd love to take a beer. I'm underage. Yeah,
that's
I
funny.
made a crucial mistake. Is that at the beginning it's like all exciting. Oh, let's go! And then I took off like running, and then within like probably a minute. I go, what am I doing?
Yeah.
I'm like, there's no way I can keep up with these people. And then I slowly just dialed back.
Did you run the whole thing?
No. I mean, I probably ran at least 75 to 80%.
Did Moose do it?
Yeah.
He did it?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
The ramps is where I could. Those ramps were pretty brutal.
Those ramps were deadly.
Yeah.
Deadly.
They were the ramps were tough going up them.
The funny thing is those ramps. That was 90% of the race was ramps.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it was literally.
It went
ramp,
from
ramp,
no
ramp,
incline, no stairs to all ramps, no stair. I mean, a small set of stairs.
Yeah.
Yeah, the pirate ship was no big deal. That was like one little thing.
No, that was simple.
Yeah.
The when you got up top and you ran by the seats, whatever, people all bottlenecked and it was slow, whatever. So I went on the left side, right by the edge, and I'm running and I'm like, if I clip one of these chairs, I'm going over the edge.
Oh, yeah.
I'm 100% going over the edge. So I kind of slowed down and went back into the thing. I was like, I'll just walk against the wall.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I was jogging for majority of it.
I see you have your medal on.
I do. I'm very proud of this.
Yeah.
You should be.
Like I
earned it.
I literally felt like a sense of accomplishment.
Yeah.
Did you meet Jelly Roll?
I did.
You did?
Yeah.
How was that?
That was cool. He was very nice.
I did not see Jelly Roll.
I did not see Jelly Roll at all either.
He came right at the beginning.
Right at the beginning of the race.
Of the celebrity heat.
Yeah, because Bert said he had just woke up and was on his way and this, that, yeah.
Like literally.
Because he came from Vegas.
Yeah.
Did Antonio Brown show up?
No, there was no Antonio
Shocking.
Brown. No, yeah, the race was starting, and it even started a little bit late because they didn't wake Jelly Roll up, and literally he walked right up, and then boom, let's go.
So I wonder if any of those country people showed up.
I didn't really recognize a whole lot of them, but I know I saw a lot of people that had like artists on their passes.
Yeah. I did talk to Jason Kelsey. He was very nice.
Yes,
he was a nice dude. I can't believe the shape that he's in now. His post football shape. He's in better shape now than he was before.
Well, those big guys,
Yeah.
they have to keep size when you're lineman and stuff like that, and then when you're out of the league, you don't have to carry around that weight. So they just like shred.
Yeah, how do they do that? just curious to see how they do it.
Wow.
Like just one day they decide they don't want to be fat anymore.
Yeah, well, they're not eating as much, and they're not, doing what the routines that they did before. They're like, hey, I would like to live 5 years after I retire, so maybe start shedding some of this weight because they get so big and they just put on weight. It doesn't even have to be muscle. They're just put on weight so they're hard to move.
Every time I see Tristan Wirfs in person, he is just massive.
He's just a massive.
Basically, the entire Buccaneers offensive line was there, and man, are they just huge.
Who's the redhead guy?
Probably Cody Mock.
Yeah. I think I saw him at Hooters the other day.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think he might live around here.
Yeah, I think O'Keefe was there too. He's a tight end.
Yeah,
it's funny because there's those guys that are just big guys. Like there's nothing. You're not doing any. Obviously, you're that big and then you lift weights and you do stuff, whatever. But a lot of those guys are just big guys. We always call them corn-fed.
You're right.
They're just corn-fed, just big dudes.
Yeah, like this dude that this fat dude that we just signed, the 460-pound guy or whatever he is. What I mean, he's got to be in pain all the time.
Yeah,
after a game.
I guess he's down 27 pounds. What he said.
Is that better or no?
I don't think it's good to be at that weight.
Yeah.
Especially even if you're playing in the NFL.
That's the thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but for him, it's a lot better than 400 and some pounds on just a person who's sitting around all day.
Yeah.
He's at least doing stuff and doing all that. And he's young. So if he does that and then, like we're saying, he gets out of football and loses the weight and does the stuff, it's a lot better than somebody who's just 400 and some pounds and never does anything about it and just sits around.
And if you watch any of his video, he can actually move.
Right.
Yeah.
He's not
looks
just
athletic.
But he's also moving against other college kids.
Yeah.
Once he gets to the league, I think it's going to be a big difference. I don't think he makes the team.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What about Shiloh Sanders?
I don't think he makes the team either.
I don't think he makes the team.
No, a lot of those guys, those undrafted free agents, they're fighting just to stay on, even get on the roster.
Practice
like
team.
maybe practice squad or something. Yeah.
I watched Draft Day last night.
Yeah, that's great.
It just came up on Netflix, and I was like, oh yeah, let me watch this for a second. I watched the whole movie.
Yeah.
Is it good?
Yeah, Draft Day is great.
Oh,
Draft Day is a great movie. Kevin Costner, and it's a good, like, kind of behind the scenes of what it's like on Draft Day.
I feel like if it wasn't Kevin Costner, it wouldn't be as good.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe that's
right?
true.
Because it has a certain amount of cheese to it, but Kevin Costner pulls it off.
It's Brad Pitt in Moneyball when Brad Pitt is calling around trying to trade for players when he's trying to get the Moneyball players and he's getting rid of the other ones. There's a lot of that. There's a lot of Kevin Costner calling other GMs trying to make trades. It's pretty cool.
Okay.
I did watch The Accountant 2 this weekend. Remember I wanted to go see in the movie theater?
Dying, yeah.
Good or bad?
Terrible.
Bad.
In the first movie, Ben Affleck has autism really bad, and it affects the way he talks and interacts with other people. And in this one here, instead of it being like, because now he's like secretive and quiet because he's got autism and he has no emotion when he talks. This one here, they made it almost like it's comical. Like you ask him a question and he answers like Rain Man, and he just keeps talking and carrying on until a girl like kind of winks at him, and it was not great. It was not good. It had potential, but it's really.
I don't think anybody's surprised.
Yeah,
but I mean, but they have him and John Barenthal in the movie together, and now they're doing what they usually do. And
some movies should not be sequelized.
Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right.
Like there's enough.
This was enough.
The Accountant was good enough.
Yeah. What about Thunderbolts? Did you see that?
No, I almost went to see it Saturday, but then the times didn't line up, and
so I did finally sit down and watch the whole Captain America after 3 times of trying to watch it.
I've tried to watch it a couple times and haven't gotten through it.
The new one with Red Hulk and
yes,
that.
It's got Harrison Ford.
Yes, it's actually not that bad, and it's got some good spots in it, but it was not great. It was not great. It's interesting how it is did you know that there was another Captain America?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
There's several Captain Americas.
Right, but I mean, they don't really... like, there was Steve Rogers.
Yeah.
But this other guy, Isaiah Bradley, was evidently a black dude that they tried to make Captain America also. He was a super soldier. And then for some reason, they ended up locking him away in a prison.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but he's out now. And
yeah,
it was good. It was good stuff.
There's so many different runs of these comic books that they've literally done everything at some point.
I don't understand Green Lantern. I don't even know what Green Lantern's power is.
Yeah, well,
he could just make stuff appear.
Basically, yeah. I was never a big fan of Green Lantern.
Me either.
When I watched the Super Friends cartoon as a kid, that's where I was familiar with Green Lantern.
Right. Green Lantern's only good as part of a group.
Yeah.
David Lee Roth is not great by himself. He's good in Van Halen.
That Ryan Reynolds movie is horrible.
Well, even Ryan Reynolds will tell you that.
Yeah.
That was pretty awful. So anyway, we got a lot to talk about today on today's show. We haven't even scratched the surface yet. If you'd like to get through and be a part of the show, 800-771-1025. Those are the phone numbers to reach us. We've got Jason Mewes going to join us from Jay and Silent Bob. He is going to be in town with Kevin Smith this week. Now, Kevin Smith might or might not be here this week.
All right.
Good job, Gio.
May or may not be here.
The last time I talked to him, he said, I'm going to come into the studio.
Yeah. Here's my thing. If Kevin Smith comes in the studio, I'd love to have him here.
Yeah.
If he doesn't, I still love Kevin Smith.
Right.
Because he's done so much with us in the past that if he doesn't come in, he doesn't.
Because before he kept trying to call in, he kept oversleeping.
Yeah, I can't imagine that if I was in California, I would want to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning and zoom into this show.
Like half the conversation I had with him, I didn't realize he was on West Coast and agreeing to get up early. Because every time I talk to him, he's like, "Oh yeah, absolutely, would love to come on. What day?"
Yeah, he's a great guy like that.
And then we go back and forth on what day, and then he kept sleeping in because he's touring the Dogma movie around town right now.
Right.
And then the last time when he didn't show, I was like, "Hey man, why don't we just wait till you're either on the East Coast or maybe when you're in town?" And he goes, "I'll tell you what, I don't have a show the night before Tampa. I'll come in the studio." I was like, "All right, let's do it."
My gut is going to say he's not going to come in, and that's fine. But today, Jay Mewes is going to join us. Jay also has been doing stand-up comedy, and he's doing a show while they're in town at the Funny Bone in Ybor City this weekend.
Yeah, the Kevin stuff, he's doing, they're screening Dogma and then doing Q&A. That's sold out.
Yeah.
Both shows sold out.
That's the other thing. He really has nothing to promote.
Yeah. I told him, both shows are sold out. He goes, "Yeah, I know, but I still want to come on the show." I go, "Okay."
Yeah, he likes to talk.
Yeah. So
I'm mostly dying to talk to him about the new Superman movie.
Yes.
That's what I want to, because he should have been directing a Superman movie.
Yeah, well, he almost did at one point.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And this one here, everybody, the studio head loves it. Everybody loves it, even though it looks terrible to me.
Yeah, I keep hearing good things about it, so I don't know.
All right, let's take a break, get everything moving this morning. It is Monday. It is what is today? The 5th of May, Cinco de Mayo, for you people who are drinking today. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, Carmen will tell you what we have to give away this week, and we've got Sporkle next on 102.5 The Bone. I don't know this to be true. He said, I won the $1,000, and I immediately called Three Brothers Pizza and tried to order your pizza. And Three Brothers said, no problem, we'll take care of it. And they reached out to Spanish. And I said, okay. And he goes, did you ever get the pizza? I go, I don't recall. And he goes, no, because I reached back out to Three Brothers, and they said Spanish just had it delivered to him. He got a special. Dude, that's why I said I don't know this to be true, but this is what the guy told me yesterday. I go, what do you mean? He said he ordered a specialty. The guy from Three Brothers told me he talked to Spanish ordered a specialty pizza, took it. Now, Carmen, I don't know that to be true. There's probably some stuff missing in the middle there that we don't know about.
Okay, I was like, did you talk to the guys from Three Brothers?
No, and Spanish could have also said to me, hey, this guy wants to send a pizza, and I was like, I'm not eating pizza, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? It just the way he said it was funny. He told me that.
I thought it was like last week.
No.
I was like, no way.
Oh God, I don't know. Maybe that's
that's what I'm saying.
Hey, let me just tell you something. If Three Brothers reached out to Spanish and Spanish said, "Yeah, send me a sausage pizza," that's the funniest goddamn thing I've ever heard. That'd be great. If I was Spanish, I'd do the same thing. I probably would order 2 pizzas. That's funny. Anyway.
Oh, now I want pizza.
Oh my God, Carmen! I saw your Big Mac pizza over the weekend, and it blew my mind.
What's a Big Mac pizza?
It's exactly what you think.
I know, but I mean, did you make it or did you buy it?
No, I got it from NY to Philly, the place that Galvin and I have been telling you. It's near us, so it would be a little bit of a drive for you. But it's a little mom and pop, husband and wife. They were tired and they just needed something to do.
Right.
So they opened a pizza place. And it is amazing. Just the regular pizza. This Big Mac pizza, we got a large. It weighed 10 pounds.
Oh, I'm sure.
It was ginormous. And you only need one piece. But it has the regular cheese, right? And then it has ground beef and then pickles and onions and lettuce. And they make a homemade Big Mac sauce.
Yeah.
And they put that on top.
It looks so good,
baby.
And it blew my mind. I'm like, my God.
I'm getting aroused thinking about it.
By the way, I love that you had the pre-race Big Mac pizza. I was like, well, Carmen and Chad are ready.
Yeah.
Oh,
Carb load, right?
Yeah,
That's what you're supposed to do?
Sure.
It looks so good in that picture.
It was, I'm telling you, you got to try it.
I'll go there. I don't care where the place is at.
It is so good.
Oh, burger guy, pizza guy.
Yeah.
Burger on the pizza.
I'm not
NY
burger
to
guy
Philly.
anymore.
Oh.
You're a race guy.
I'm 5K guy.
Yeah. My bad.
Yeah.
My bad.
All right.
All right, Carmen, what do we have to give away today?
Okay, so we have tickets for Say Santa,
Uh-huh.
Billy Idol, and Joan Jett.
Oh, that's good. Where is that at?
That's going to be at the AMP
And that is
this
Friday.
weekend.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
really? Okay.
Saturday.
Saturday.
Yep.
Sorry.
Stained,
All right.
Welcome to Rockville,
Okay.
George Lopez,
Yeah.
Mike Campbell,
Yeah.
and Russell Dickerson.
WrestleMania.
WrestleMania.
All right. Let's give it. Yeah.
Stained is another band I feel like they play here once a month.
Yes.
Yeah.
Stained is always here.
Yeah.
Stained, no good. Aaron Lewis, pretty good.
I'd go reverse. on
Yeah, I
that.
think so. I'd go reverse. Their early stuff is pretty good.
I used to like that one song that Fred Durst did. Him and Fred Durst sang
Oh,
Been a
together.
while.
No.
No.
The other one.
Yeah.
The other slow one.
Stained, like, was it Mud Shovel? That's a pretty good song. Like their
Oh yeah, Mud Shovel.
their
Was good.
first album was pretty heavy and
Yeah.
some good stuff.
Well, anyway, I saw Aaron Lewis doing solo stuff and I liked it. It was less my mother, and it was more him doing like.
I think he goes on like big political rants though
He
during
does.
the shows.
He
It's like,
does.
dude,
Yeah.
come on, just play.
He's
Because
just
he
a
does
big
like
pothead too.
acoustic country stuff and then yells at you.
Yeah, for like 10 minutes.
Galvin just described it to a T.
Yeah.
All right, let's give that stuff away right now with a little bit of sporkle. Here we go. Carmen is the keeper of Sporkle. Pat is your judge and scorekeeper. Galvin won, I believe, on Friday, and there is no rule in place.
That is all correct.
Carmen, what are we playing today?
Today, we're going to be playing movies by actors. Can you name the movies based on the actors given?
All right.
Very simple, okay?
Yep.
Your first one, Zach Galifianakis,
The Hangover.
Ed Helms, Mike, Jim Carrey, Lauren Holly,
The Mask.
Jeff
Dumb and
Daniels. Galvin,
What was it?
Dumb and Dumber.
Oh, Dumb and Dumber.
Kurt Russell, James Hong, Kim Cattrall.
Big Trouble in Little China.
Mike, Kiefer Sutherland, Corey Feldman, River Phoenix.
Lost
Stand
Boys.
by Me.
Stand by Me, Mike. Natalie Portman, Clive Owen, Julia Roberts.
Black Swan. No.
Natalie Portman, Clive Owen, Julia Roberts.
Children of Men.
I don't know.
Closer is what I was looking for. John Lithgow, Lori Singer, Kevin Bacon.
Footloose.
Yeah.
Footloose.
Mike.
Oh, did you say Footloose?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Volleyball.
Poor Lithgow.
Every time I hear Lithgow name, it makes me
yeah.
laugh now.
It's like now he's everywhere ever since we brought it up.
For real.
Brian Cox, Scarlett Johansson, Jonathan Rhys Meyers. Brian Cox, Scarlett Johansson, Jonathan Rhys Meyers.
Black Widow.
Match Point. Sybil Shepherd, Jeff Bridges, Timothy Buttons.
That is.
Buttons.
Sybil Shepherd, Jeff Bridges, Timothy Buttons.
Nashville.
Elvis Presley.
No.
The Last Picture Show.
Nashville is a sequel.
Tom Hanks, Stanley Tucci, Zoe Saldana. Tom Hanks, Stanley Tucci, Zoe Saldana.
Forrest Gump.
Toy Story.
I don't know.
The Terminal.
Oh.
Michael Douglas, Jane Triplehorn, Sharon Stone. Michael Douglas, Jane Triplehorn,
Basic Instinct.
Mike Calta,
Gene Triple.
Gene. That's a weird way
I
to
know it
spell
was
it.
bothering me. Just
I
you
got it.
said another name wrong earlier, and I can't get past it when I'm trying to think. I don't
Lithgow.
say it out loud.
I said that one right.
Yeah, you did. That.
Pap, we're halfway there.
Oh, man.
Gio is not on the board. He has a total of 0 points. Galvin has a single point, and Michael is your leader right now. He's winning by 4 with 5.
Oh.
All right, we are doing movies by actors. Your next one, Marlon Wayans, Jennifer Connelly, Jared Leto.
Romeo and Juliet.
Marlon Wayans, Jennifer Connelly, Jared Leto.
White Girls.
Yeah, he's been in like 3 movies.
Requiem for a Dream. Nope, no bells? Okay. Kate Blanchett, Angelina Jolie, John Cusack.
Grifters.
Kate Blanchett, Angelina Jolie, John Cusack. Pushing 10.
Yeah.
This is a great movie, and I forgot. God, sorry. Forgot about it.
I was going to let you finish. Matthew Broderick, Morgan Freeman, Denzel Washington.
Glory.
Galvin, Daniel Day-Lewis, Cameron Diaz,
Gangs
Jim-
of New York.
Mike,
That one.
Sally Field, Bo Bridges, Pat Hingle.
The great Pat Hingle.
Sally Field, Bo Bridges, Pat Hingle.
Fried green tomatoes.
I don't know.
Norma Ray. Bruce Willis,
Die Hard.
Uma Thurman,
Pulp Fiction.
Pulp Fiction.
Mike, Kevin Kline, Glenn Close, Jeff Goldblum.
The one where they all live together.
Jurassic Park.
Kevin Kline, Glenn Close, Jeff Goldblum.
Something like Deep Canyon or something. I forget what.
The Big Chill.
Yeah. Kevin Costner's first movie, cut out.
Meryl Streep, Robert De Niro, Christopher Walken.
Deer Hunter.
Mike Calta, And Pap,
Jeez.
we're on the last 3.
Gio, no movement there. Still 0 on the board. Galvin has 2 points, and Michael is your leader right now. He's winning with 8.
All right, we're doing movies by actors. Last 3. Here we go. John Travolta, Olympia Dukakis, Christy Alley.
Look who's
Looks
talking.
Mike Calta.
Damn it.
Johnny Depp, Leonardo DiCaprio, Juliette Lewis. Johnny Depp, Leonardo DiCaprio,
What's Eating Gilbert Grape?
Yeah.
Gio. And your last one,
Gilbert.
Richard Dreyfuss, Robert Shaw,
Josh.
Mike.
Damn it. That was a toughie.
Your final score, Gio with 1 point on the board, Galvin with 2, and Michael is your triumphant champion today. He won with 10.
Thank you. I feel good on this Cinco de Mayo. Good morning. Who is this?
Hi, it's Rick.
Hi, Rick. How are you doing today, sir?
Good, man. How you doing?
I'm pretty good. I'm feeling extra smart today, Rick. So you're the winner. I'm going to put you on hold. Carmen will grab you during the break, and we'll hook you up with your choice of prizes.
I appreciate you guys very much. Thank you. Have a great week.
May I suggest WrestleMania? Thank you, brother. You too. Please hold on. All right, Galvin, what do we have coming up in news?
Coming up in news today, what happened today? No longer sexy, and welcome to The Rock.
Oh. I don't mean to stir up too much controversy, and I don't really like... I'm lying right through my teeth. I like to stir up controversy, and I like to point out when people do something wrong, but this one here, I think, crossed the line. I got to spend some time with Joe and Sugar Pants this weekend.
Oh.
And I have video proof that Joe assaults Sugar Pants.
Oh, I'm not surprised.
And I'm a witness to it.
You saw it, Carmen?
I saw it firsthand.
Well, guess what? I have it, and I put it up on our Instagram. You can go look at it right now. It's in the stories at the Mike Calta Show on Instagram. Pap smacking his girlfriend in the face.
That's right.
In the face!
And I already told you one time already.
Yeah.
No back talk.
Next time she waits in the car.
Am I the only one that thinks Joe and his girlfriend are the same person?
Yes.
No. They are.
Yeah.
Joe assimilates to
Yeah.
whoever his girlfriend is. Yeah,
They're the same person.
They say husband and wife start to look like each other after time. Joe will only marry somebody that looks just like him.
They're both very petite.
Petite.
Yep. Very petite.
Yeah. Go look at that video of Joe punching his
Oh,
girlfriend in the
nice.
face.
Oh.
It's up there. Up there.
Upgraded.
He just backhanded her right in the face.
Violence.
We've got your news when we come back. It's the Mike Calta Show. It's 102.5 The Bone. We had a successful day yesterday at Two Bears 5K out there in Raymond James Stadium. I think that Bert and his Tom and his friends should be very happy with their performance and their event that they put on. I thought that it was a great time.
Still amazed at how famous they are. It's crazy.
It's wild.
Yeah. Bert is definitely he's been doing this for a long time. I mean, he's been working for a long time, and he got to that point. I don't think Tom could care less. Bert loves being famous.
Yeah.
I don't think Tom could care less at all.
Yeah, I think Tom enjoys that he has the money so he can buy Porsches and watches and stuff, whatever. But Bert loves to be,
Like I'll tell you, there's a time when you get into radio or TV or whatever. Like for me, it was like the first time somebody asks you to sign an autograph, you're like, really? All right, yeah. Then you take a picture with them, other people, and you're like, yeah. Then it gets to a point where you're like, all right, well, I just want to stay home now. You know what I mean? I just want to hang out. Bert just wants to run around in his underwear and no shirt on and love everybody, and he feeds off of that.
At one point, it's funny. I saw Bert's parents back there.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, at what point does it become normal that your son rented out the football stadium in your town,
in your hometown,
and he's holding an event there?
that you used to take him to games
Yeah,
to. You know
like-
what I mean? Like,
Like it started with when he filled out the Tampa Theater. Like, oh my gosh,
Right.
And then it was like, oh my gosh, Amalie Arena. Now you've got the goddamn football stadium is shut down just for your son's event. Like, what point does that become normal? Or I don't know. That's just got to be such an amazing.
You know what's so funny is that as you said that, I looked over at my son who was with me on Sunday, and I was like, I'm so proud of my son. And I looked at him and I said, you will never do this.
No.
I looked at him and I was with a look of disappointment.
You
and
don't
said, This
know.
will never be you.
You
No,
don't
I'm
know.
kidding. I don't know what that kid
I
would
think
do.
that Bert's dad probably thought he would never.
Oh, for sure.
Right. Like you could never have envisioned that or thought that was even possible, I would think.
Somebody who deserves a lot of credit is Leanne, behind the scenes doing all this stuff. I went to say hi to her, and I haven't seen Leanne in a long time since she touched our stuff in studio.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
That's how my Jenny went up to her and introduced. She goes, I'm Galvin's wife. Remember you touched my man's stuff?
Yeah.
She started laughing. But I just went to say hi to her, and she was taking phone calls and like 3 other people. I go,
Oh, yeah.
hello. I just said I just wanted to say hi.
She had like 3 walkie-talkies, 2 phones.
It was crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She really runs that whole show.
Yeah.
It was some event, and it was a great time. I saw who else did I see yesterday? I don't know. There was a lot of football players I didn't know there.
Yeah.
Like guys from other teams and stuff.
Yeah. like-
Barstool guys were there. KFC guys were there.
What KFC
Oh, yeah.
guys there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
didn't see him.
Yeah, I
He
talked
was
to
there at the end. I got to take a picture with him. That was like my little
Oh.
fangirl moment.
It's so funny because my wife and JoJo and I were standing there, and JoJo's like, who is that? Is that who is that? And I go, that's the guy, Barstool, KFC guy. She goes, that's who I thought it was. I wasn't sure. That's that. And she goes, I go, which guy? And she goes, I don't know his name, but I'm a huge fan. I go, you seem like a huge fan. I go, would you like a picture with him? And she goes, yes. And I went over to him. I go, can she get a picture with you real quick? And he goes, yeah, absolutely. Blah, blah. Talked to him for a minute and then took a picture. And I go, here you go, huge fan.
Yeah.
That's funny. So, Gio, I see you're wearing your medal today.
I am
Congratulations.
very proud. I never thought I would finish a 5K ever.
I was very proud of you. As I saw the video of you running through.
Yeah.
I was there early. You were there later.
Yeah, I didn't train or do anything up to it. I was like, I'm just gonna do it and try and get through.
Right.
I never thought I would do that, and it strangely when we had Tom and Bert on, and Tom was like, people like their lives have changed. I kind of feel like that today.
Do you really?
Yeah, like afterwards, I couldn't believe it, and I really felt like good about myself.
Well, I mean, that is an accomplishment.
Yeah. And I
Yeah.
didn't cheat. I went the whole time. I didn't really stop that much. And yeah, I never
On
thought
a
I would.
scale of 1 to 10, how hard would you say it was?
The ramps were very hard.
Ramps are very hard.
Yeah.
How are your upper thighs?
So I was completely fine. And after the race, went down and hang out, whatever. And then as I was leaving, I was leaving the field, walking up the steps of the parking lot, and my legs like cramped up, and I like almost fell down.
You'll feel it more today and tomorrow.
Yeah, and it was just cramping up. I guess I should have taken one of the bananas for potassium after the race.
Do you feel the urge to go out and continue walking or running
Yes.
now? Like you do.
He
huh?
said his wife and kids will do 5Ks a lot.
Yeah,
So
I'm gonna do another 5K.
Yeah.
And I think
Wow.
being able to do this the way it was like up and down the ramps,
Yeah.
a regular 5K
Yes.
just straight would
Yeah.
be nothing now compared to that.
yeah,
I
this
think.
was a lot more than most 5Ks because you're doing all the
Yeah.
elevation and doing all that stuff and the stairs and everything else. Yeah, if you're just running a regular 5K, you're gonna be
Right.
like, oh, this is so much easier.
Yeah.
When I did, so the first race I ever did, obviously I ran in high school and stuff, but the first actual race I did was a full marathon.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And I did a couple full marathons, and then there was a half marathon because they didn't have a full one. I go, oh, let me do a half one. I did a half marathon. I go, this is where it's at.
Yeah.
Half of the other. I
Sweet
go,
spot.
yeah. I go, this is way better.
Yeah, when I got to the first like mile, I was like, "Oh man, I actually couldn't believe I'd gone a mile."
So let's run through a check. Carmen, I left before you and Chad really got going. Did you run it?
Yes.
So Carmen did and Chad did.
Mhm.
Yes.
Gio
and we
did.
ran/walked.
Right.
I was going so fast, I ran right past Chad and Carmen.
No.
Oh wow.
Not true.
Smoke?
We blew past
Yeah.
Gio.
No, I split right between you and kept running, and then I thought, "What the hell am I doing? I'm tired already." And we've gone probably 50 yards.
Wow.
Never saw this.
And then Moose, you said did it.
Moose
Yeah.
did it, yeah.
Johnny B.
Yeah, Johnny
And his
B,
wife?
His wife.
Oh, can I just tell you? I hope that Johnny B got this. Somebody sent me a video of Johnny B singing the national anthem when the camera was on Jelly Roll.
Yes.
Yeah.
He
and
does.
when Johnny B got to the land of the free, he hit it so good. Jelly Roll went, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
he
was a great
posted that
compliment.
because I went to repost it, but I couldn't post it from Johnny's thing. But yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Oh, that was he killed it yesterday.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he did. He was very nervous.
Well,
Rightfully so.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
singing the national anthem in front of a stadium full of people
Yeah.
and a stadium full of singers.
Right, right.
You know? So Johnny B ran it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Did his wife run it?
Yes.
Oh my god.
I mean, they ran like run walk type thing. At
Yeah,
one
yeah.
point-
I
I'm
think
gonna say
everyone ran
run.
one.
I'm
I would
gonna
say
say run,
finish it,
but
yeah.
I mean just finish it. Yeah.
yeah.
Galvin.
Yes.
Now, Pap.
Yes.
Did you do it?
I did. I actually came in ahead of Galvin. I finished.
Oh,
way.
I feel like you're lying.
No, I have video proof of it.
No.
I
Yeah.
did.
Well,
Joe just ghosted. He disappeared.
Yeah.
That's not true.
Yeah.
Joe took a wrong turn and then walked through and saw the finish line, so he just ran to the finish line.
Yeah, right.
Arms up, screaming like it was a victory.
Joe was dressed like a runner, like he was there to run the race.
From the
Yes.
70s.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
he did not run.
He did not.
You did not.
Okay. there
I
you
was
go.
I finished it in under an hour, just under an hour, only by like 5 minutes. But
Really?
still, yeah, yeah. And I was looking at my watch. I'm like, oh, I got to get under an hour.
Elliot, who made the T-shirts and brought in the sauce.
Yeah,
Elliot is some sort of handicap where he's got hippie sticks where he walks. With.
Right.
yeah,
He did it.
he did.
Yes.
Mel, I talked
Mel?
to Mel.
Mel
yeah.
from Dark Side of the Grill. He did it.
He did it. He's like,
Which, back to the shirts. No one wear their shirts, you big jerks.
I did.
I
I saw,
saw
Galvin-
you with the blue
Well,
shirt
yeah, no,
on.
I had it on whenever I ran, then I had the blue shirt on
Okay.
after, yeah.
I gotcha. Because, yeah, I showed up and I'm looking around and I'm like, these
Well,
MFers.
Mine had sleeves, and I didn't want to cut the sleeves off because I liked the shirt, so I didn't wear it.
You.
I'm sorry. How do you think I feel? I bought them for my kids, and my kids were like, "Yeah, we're not wearing that." I
Yeah.
was like, "All right."
So I put mine on and went, nope.
Your wife came up to me whenever I got there, and she goes, "Thank you
Oh,
for wearing the
it. She
shirt."
wore it.
Yeah.
She wore it. Yeah.
I realized the tank top's not very flattering
Oh,
for me.
Not
a
tank
white
top guy.
tank top.
Yeah.
I gotta be
That's-
honest with you. I was completely against it, and I put it on, and I go,
I like it.
I look
Yeah.
all right. I
Yeah,
look all right.
I
Oh, yeah,
actually
you
really
look
like
good.
the cut.
Yeah.
I did not.
I thought it was stylish. For
My
all.
wife said, "You're not leaving the house like that, are you?"
And
John,
the best is Elliot cut his so he wore a crop top.
yeah. John Brennan did it.
He wore it.
No.
Oh, he did it.
ran
John
the-
Brennan, right? Yeah,
Yeah, because he and I were together. I was supposed to do the 11:30 heat, but I got up there because they were doing the different ones, and there was one starting at 11:15, and John and I were there, and I go, all right, let's just do this. And John goes, I'm probably going to run a little bit with you, and then I'll walk and run, whatever. And we started, and I go, see you later, and just took off.
Yeah, like I said, when it first started, I ran in like the celebrity heat, which was at 2:00
Yeah.
with Jelly Roll and Bert and Tom, and
Right.
everybody. And it was so exciting in the beginning that I was like, I was going fast.
Oh,
I
yeah,
saw
you're
Chad
amped up,
Carmen
yeah.
were going, and then I was like, what am I? Probably maybe a minute in, I started getting like tired. I go, what am I doing? I can't keep up with these people.
I was running with Jason Kelsey for
Yeah.
the first ramp
Yeah.
because you go down at the beginning or up or what. I can't remember. But I was running with him for a while and I was like, I am not a professional athlete. What am I doing?
And he was chugging beers as he
Yeah.
goes.
Yeah.
My son ran with Kelsey pretty much the whole time. And he's like, yeah, he was chugging a beer every mile.
Did you see they did the contest with the Bucks offensive lineman where they
Yeah.
held out the
Yeah,
beer
the beer
stein
stein, yeah.
and Bert smoked them all?
Oh, yeah.
Bert's like, yeah, that Mickey Mantle gene is no joke.
Yeah.
And Tom and I came up with it, discussed it as a new name. The Mickey Mantle gene's also known as something strength.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
I
got
s-
that too.
I saw Mike Cernak. He was in the race.
Really?
He was
he
running.
ran it twice.
Oh, yeah. When I
Yeah.
saw him, he was with Jelly Roll.
Cernak and his wife do a lot of 5Ks.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
Like he was literally right next to Jelly Roll running.
Wow, that is very impressive.
Yeah, I'm proud of myself.
Is there anybody we're leaving out? Did we get everybody? Everybody should get the credit if they ran it.
Galvin.
Everyone has a medal,
I
right?
got my medal.
You got your medal. I
I
have my
was-
medal.
I earned this MFer.
You're saying you earned the medal.
Yeah. I mean, when I there's video on my Instagram when I finally got.
I saw you run and I saw them put it over your neck.
Luckily, Moose was there to capture me and call me a loser.
And I did see Gio start. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I did not cheat, and it was
Yeah,
there
no,
was-
I saw a bunch of video of you
Yeah,
running.
yeah.
There was a couple times where it was like, especially like around the ramp stuff and up at the top, it was so tempting because you could just step over the strip there
yeah.
and you skip like a whole thing. But there was another couple that was running, and we kept kind of like helping each other out. Like, we can't cheat. We can't
Right,
cheat. We got
right.
to do it. We got to do it. And I saw a ton of people cheating.
Yeah.
A ton of people were
How?
just like
What do you
skipping.
mean?
Because you could just walk over because
Because
you
it will
would go like down and
then
around.
back up,
Yeah.
so you could just step over and be right there.
And skip a whole
Oh.
thing, yeah.
Yeah.
Or you could, not go out on the ramp and just go straight, and you'd go right to the thing as well. So you could have skipped probably half of it if you really wanted to step over the barriers and stuff.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but I'm not going to do it.
Ashley, who made the pillows, the Pat pillows.
They ran.
Yeah, they were there, and she got video of me running past her, and she goes, "I tried to say hi," and I was like, "Oh, sorry."
There was a ton of listeners of the show that were there
Yeah.
that ran as well.
For sure.
Well, there were a lot of people. I met a lot of nice people yesterday.
Yeah,
That was good.
it was crazy.
Interesting.
How long were you
Now.
there for?
I got there at about 11:30.
Yeah.
What time did you get there? You were
I got
early.
there. Yeah, I got there about 10:30, I think.
I don't know. Bert called me at like 9 o'clock. He goes, "Hey, what time are you coming?" I go, "I don't know. We're gonna leave like an hour." I wasn't gonna spend the whole day there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They were there at like 7.
Yeah, but they were
because
doing
did the
stuff.
first
Yeah.
race and stuff. So the celebrity one was supposed to be at 2, but Jelly Roll woke up late, so they
Yeah.
pushed it back, and it was probably about what 2:30,
Yeah,
2:40, somewhere
I
around
would
there.
say it was 2:30 when
2:30.
Not so bad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
everyone was waiting, and then Jelly Roll came up, and then it was go time.
Yeah, but you didn't see that, right?
I did not see. I left before the quote celebrity race.
Oh yeah.
I did hear that Bert was looking for me though.
He was looking for you.
Yeah.
Was he?
Oh,
We have some audio of that.
Oh, you do? Oh
Yeah.
no! no.
And I'm going to tell you right now.
Oh no!
And so right before the race, Bert got up on stage with Tom, and they were kind of like starting the festivities and thanking everybody that has made a big difference and made this happen, made this possible.
Yeah.
It was a good moment. It was cool.
Who do they thank? They thank us?
Well, take a listen. We have the audio. Here we go.
It was band. They all came out. They flew in late. Thank you to Travis or Jason Kelsey. Thank you to shut the up. It's like me saying Tom or Brent. Thank you to Cowhead, Mike Calta. Where's he at? Has he already started running? He did not leave.
There's not a chance he's running. He left?
No.
He left.
You
He was so scared of it all week. Oh my God.
Thank you to Nori.
Nori.
They just went on.
Yeah, there was no way I was running in that thing. You gotta be kidding me. Listen to me. I'm telling you right now. I just to prove it, I will find a 5K and I will sign up and I will do the 5K. When I found out this morning, or that morning of, that you had to run up the ramps going up and then I get there and I'm talking to Segura and I go, "How was it?" He goes, "It was awful." And I go, "Yeah." And he goes, "Yeah." He goes, "You got to run up and down those ramps 4 times."
Yeah.
He's like, "It was terrible. I wouldn't do it." And I'm like, "Well, I'm not doing it." And he goes, Tom didn't even go, "It's not so bad." He went, "It was awful. I wouldn't do it." And he's like, "It was terrible. I'm not doing it." I was like, "Yeah, there's no way I'm doing it."
Well,
no way.
On Friday, just so you know, on Friday, of course, we all picked who we thought was going to win the Kentucky Derby.
Yeah.
We all picked who we thought was going to be the next Pope.
Yes.
Not all of us, because you weren't involved, but we all decided whether you would run or not. Yes or no? What was your vote? 1, 2, 3. No.
Oh, you all said no.
Yeah, we all said
Nobody. It was no
I knew
confidence.
you'd be there. Gio, by the way, may have said the exact what you did.
Yeah.
He goes,
Yeah.
he's going to show up late, he's going to hang out in VIP, and then he's going to leave before the
Take
race.
some pictures
Yeah.
with the famous people
First of all,
and
I
bail.
didn't show up late.
Well, not late,
but
show up, you know.
And I also, I had every intention of running. I went to bed early the night before. I
Did you really? Did you really?
Swear to God,
No.
Galvin,
No.
listen to me. I'll be honest. I had every intention of walking.
Right.
There
Okay.
was no way in the world. I didn't care about the stairs up to the thing. Once they said they were going up those ramps, there's no. I'm not in shape enough to do that. Could I have probably done it? Probably. Probably would have took me an hour and a half, and I would have felt like death afterwards. It was just there was no way.
I saw people that were in far worse shape
Yes.
than
Yeah.
you
Yes.
Yeah.
that
Doing
finished
it.
it.
I also didn't feel like I did. There was nothing about it that was like, you should really do this at all. Like
Yeah.
I was like, no.
I can tell you that I didn't help, but I was just giving the honest truth. Whenever I got there, you walk in the ramps and the people are running the ramps. So I video that and I go, just so you guys know, I sent it to everybody, but mostly I was letting Mike know. I go, just so you know, it's all ramps. You're going to hate
Yeah,
it.
all inclines.
Yeah.
All incline. I was like, yeah, I'm not doing it.
And the decline. Decline's bad too.
Yeah,
'cause you're-
decline hurts your shins.
Yeah.
Yeah, listen, I have to tell you, I am a little bit disappointed because I did want to come in here feeling accomplished and say I did the 5K. Very proud of you, Gio. Very
Dude.
proud of Moose and all the people who did it. I put the medal on for the picture yesterday. 100%
Stolen valor.
Yeah, so
Yeah, but I didn't want to blow the whole thing that I didn't run it before the weekend. You know what I mean? Like before the show was over on Monday. But yeah, I'm not.
JoJo was upset that she didn't get to run.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's not true.
She told me.
Why?
Yeah.
At one point, she
Because
goes.
her and Everly really wanted to
She
do
goes.
it.
She goes. Do you think she's like? I didn't know they were all gonna not run the race. She's like, can you give me a ride home?
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, I
Tom
should-
went back. He could have picked her
Yeah,
up.
no. I go. She goes. I kind of want to at least try part of it. Yeah.
Well, she should have told me. I was
Yeah.
there. You know.
My wife was about 3 seltzers in and she was like, I want to run part of it and this, that. And I go, you're not going to run any of it. And she goes, no, I just want to go. I go, you can't just walk part of it and then walk back and stuff. I go, why don't you just go through the pirate ship and shut up?
Yeah.
My son, he was there with me, and he probably gave me the best advice out of the entire day.
Yeah.
So right when I get there, we get to VIP, and it's open bar.
Oh, yeah.
Garage beer is there with Jason
Yeah.
Kelsey.
That was a nice setup.
And yeah, so I right away I go right to the tent. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm excited. Grab, get one of those garage beers. I kill that, and then I'm feeling great. And then afterwards, I'm walking back over. I'm like, I'm getting another one. Heck yeah, this is a great time. It's hot out here. Everybody's hanging out.
Mm-hmm.
And then I started to feel a little buzz. I go, what am I doing? And my son goes, you're going to go for another one? I go, yeah. He goes, you know, there's the race. He's like, you need to be hydrated with water. And he's done 5Ks.
Yeah.
You need to hydrate with water and stuff. You're going to be miserable. And I was like, you know what? You're probably right. And at one point, I felt like I was getting a little bit of a buzz. I go, no. And I started drinking water. And that made it, I never would have finished.
I was gonna say I was 3 drinks in when I did it.
Were
Yeah.
you really?
Yeah, I was pretty buzzed. And then at one point, I was like kind of with Bert's group, like we were a little ahead of them, and they were handing out beers to them specifically, and they handed me one, and I was like, I took a sip, and I was like, bad idea.
Yeah. Had I been drinking, I would not have been able to finish it.
No.
There's no way. I barely finished it just drinking water all day.
Oh, that's well. Congratulations
Yeah, man,
to everybody
I-
who did it. That
I
is a
legit
good
feel very
accomplishment.
proud,
You
yeah.
should. That's it was a tough deal.
I
It was
never
great
thought-
too because there was a lot of listeners out there, and that was a lot of
Yeah.
fun meeting everybody.
Yeah, I never thought I'd be able to do that.
So Joe is 2 out of 3 so far in the trifecta.
That's right.
Yep.
He won me not racing and sovereignty winning the Kentucky Derby. If
Yeah.
you get Black Pope, Joe, you were the
That's
king
gonna
of the
be
crown.
wild.
Come on, Black Pope.
I have to. I've often referenced this on the show before because it was a pretty amazing thing when Jay Leno ended the Tonight Show. His big surprise, his big like finale was he brought out all the kids that were born during the run of his Tonight Show, and I thought that was pretty queer. And then after working in this place for 20 years and seeing all these people who I used to work with that were kids when they started that now have kids, I get it now. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
Sam with a baby, like all these people who are on their second kid, Jenna with 2 kids, they were all like kids when they first started. Your kid yesterday, seeing your son, that I mean,
Oh.
I've gone
Yeah,
to
he's
events
big.
with your son for years. We went to the Mike Evans thing that one time, or some charity thing, and he was a
yeah.
little kid.
Yep.
And yesterday he was like a man. He
Yeah.
was like a man there.
John Brennan said to me, he goes, is that Gio's son? And I go, yeah. And he goes, he's huge.
Yeah.
Because he is a big dude.
he's taller than me.
Yeah.
I will tell you something that blew me away yesterday. Speaking of people's kids, I'm talking to Moose. Moose is there with 2 very attractive ladies. And we're talking for a minute, and he goes, Galvin, have you met my daughter before? I go, this is your daughter?
I told you Moose's daughter's
Yeah.
hot. Yeah.
But I mean, she's like a woman.
Yeah.
I was thinking, because I don't know
Moose
whether.
also like a woman.
Yeah, I don't know whether I've ever met her before. But, you talk about her, and I'm thinking teenager.
Amber?
That's, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
she's all woman.
yeah, she's very attractive woman.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She has to be, what would you say, 25 or?
Maybe more.
Yeah.
Do you want to know the worst part
So
about
crazy.
it? She is really pretty. Okay?
Yeah.
Naturally pretty.
Yeah.
She looks like Moose.
Oh,
Mm.
Yeah.
She didn't look like Moose yesterday.
yeah.
Oh, listen to me. I know her mother and I know Moose. She has got Moose's face. She looks exactly like Moose.
Moose face.
She got Moose face.
Oh,
Moose face better than Pete face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently for ladies.
Yeah. Moose's daughter, she won one of those big giant beanbag chairs.
Oh
they
yeah, I
had,
saw them carrying it
and they're
out.
trying to shove it in their Ultima.
Those things are great.
Yeah.
So at one point, Bert and Tom are up on stage and they were doing like raffle thing. They were going to call out. They had numbers. Your bib number was your raffle number.
Yeah.
But they're throwing out shirts, and I'm like, I don't need a shirt. I mean, I could easily stand in front and like grab a shirt or whatever. Turns out the two guys that got the shirts each got $5,000.
Oh, really?
I was like, I should have grabbed the shirt.
Yeah.
Oh, but they pulled the raffle numbers, didn't they?
No, I think they just did it that way.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
I was like, if I would have known, I would have been trying to jump up and grab a shirt.
Yeah,
Wow.
they gave away 10 grand, gave away a bunch of those beanbag chairs.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
And they were signing them too. They signed them
Yeah,
for
yeah.
the people. Yeah.
Those things were comfortable as hell.
Who was that dude that they had on the podcast? Does anybody know?
I don't.
No.
No.
I don't know either. It's so weird how people could be famous for stuff and you have no idea who they are.
Yeah, I know it was Bo Allen, who's
Yeah,
played
yeah,
with the
yeah.
Eagles. I knew him,
I
yeah.
saw that, but I the black dude, I just had no idea.
Yeah, I didn't know who
he
he was.
was. Yeah. All right. Well, look, there it is. There's all the information about the. Congratulations to all of our listeners who went out there and successfully.
It was fun.
Ran
I
the 5K.
actually had a good time.
Yeah, it was a good time. Yeah, I think they actually thanked him after you weren't there.
Yeah, but I don't know who he was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they said Drew something. or-
Noriega is his name. I just don't
Oh,
know who
is
he
it?
is.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. All right. Listen, we got to do news, but we went a little long. So let me take a quick break, and we come back. We'll dive right into news. And then, of course, at the top of the hour at 8 o'clock, we got the Bone Bonus keyword. We'll be giving away $1,000 this morning. It'll happen a couple of times, 8 o'clock, 10 o'clock, noon, 2 and 5. The 8 o'clock one coming up. Stand by. News is next on 102.5 The Bone. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we haven't even started it yet. Time to check in with Galvin. He has today's news.
And now, news with Galvin on the Mike Calta Show.
What do we have in news today, Galvin?
Today's top story in a move that sparked an online rage. President Donald Trump posted an AI rendered image of himself dressed as the Pope on social media, coming less than a week after he attended Pope Francis's funeral. Followers expressed their anger over the image, which Trump shared on Truth Social and Instagram. The picture was also shared by the official White House account on X. Some labeled the post as downright disrespectful.
What is so disrespectful about it? First of all, I did it. The minute the Pope died, I put out an AI picture of me as the Pope. Everybody's doing it. It's a trend online. It's something that we could do now that AI is so easily making pictures for all of us. It's just a little joke. I don't get what makes everybody so upset.
I will tell you, it's a little weird that the president did it.
Sure,
but
also it's kind of like the president has a sense of humor
Right.
too. You
Yeah,
know what
yeah.
I mean? And when he says stuff like, I don't know, I'd like to be the next pope, he's not being real. Would he probably like to? Probably. But his chances of being like the people who get so upset about that stuff. Did you see what they put out yesterday?
Huh,
I
Yesterday
did.
was May 4th. And then
Oh, yeah.
and they put out a picture of him as a Sith Lord with the lightsaber. That is also funny. My wife goes, I can't believe this is coming from the White House. I go, why? I go, White House is filled with human beings. They have a sense of humor. They're acknowledging that it's May the 4th. They acknowledge that he's a Sith Lord as opposed to a Jedi. It's funny.
It's not just him that's putting this stuff
No.
out. There's a
Right,
whole
right.
team of people behind this.
And it's funny.
Yeah.
Have a goddamn sense of humor, people. I don't care if it's Joe Biden and Joe Biden would have been like Yoda. I would have laughed at that too. Have a sense of humor. People get way too worked up about stuff.
Pope Trump.
I mean, a
Pope
lot
Trump.
of people are saying that I could be the Pope.
Listen. He sat there and he said, hey, you know what's going to really piss him off? Put a picture
Yeah.
of me as the Pope out there. And then you did it. And then he did it. And then people got mad at it because you're suckers. That's just so. Just have a sense of humor about things. Jesus Christ.
People say I look good in white. President Trump is also doing something else. He is directing his government to reopen and expand Alcatraz, the notorious former prison on a hard-to-reach California island off of San Francisco that has been closed for more than 60 years. He wants to reopen the Rock.
I don't understand that. I don't understand why. I mean, if you want to use the island, that's fine. But
It's like a 100-year-old building.
yeah, I mean, most of those guys can kick those walls in after a
Yeah.
while. You know, you got nothing but time.
Plus, Clint Eastwood showed us how to get out of there.
Exactly.
So we can just escape.
Exactly. That's I don't know. Those I feel like he says those things on a whim, and Alcatraz is good. Maybe we should reopen Alcatraz. Al Capone was in Alcatraz, you know. Man, I'm thinking
Yeah.
about, you know what, we're going to open Alcatraz, and people are like, why?
And I think he says this stuff just randomly off
Just
the top of his
random,
head,
yeah.
and then people run with it for a headline.
By the way, The Rock with Sean Connery and Nicolas Cage is a great movie.
Oh yeah,
that is a great movie.
Might be one of Nicolas Cage's best movies, in my opinion.
What is there is a theory about that movie that Sean Connery is actually James Bond, retired James Bond.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and that's why he's deep in there, and they don't know his name and all this stuff. And yeah, that's a good movie though. I really like that movie a lot.
That's one of those movies you can just jump in and watch it anytime. It's just on.
Yeah.
In a new poll, 13% of Americans say they have no clue what Cinco de Mayo is all about. Would you like to throw your theories out there? What is Cinco de Mayo?
I do know it is not Mexican Independence Day.
No.
Which a lot of people, I think, believe.
Right.
I believe, because we've talked about this in years past, it has something to do with France.
Yes.
It is a revolution from France.
It's the Mexican victory over the French at the Battle of Puebla in 1862.
Does it mean anything to the Mexican people?
I don't know. Like, I mean, obviously we've commercialized it,
right?
Made Cinco de Mayo. Like St. Patrick's Day in Ireland isn't really a big thing. You know, I mean, I
thought it was a big thing.
Yeah, it was
St.
pretty
Patrick's
crazy.
Day.
Not like it is here.
Oh yeah, it was. Remember we went in Dublin? That was insane.
Yeah, but it was a lot of people from other like it was in the Irish.
Maybe.
The Irish aren't really celebrating and going all crazy.
I mean,
and
they
stuff.
have parades and stuff.
Yeah, but like here, it's like big. I wonder if they have Cinco de Mayo in Mexico. Whether it's just like
probably not.
I know. The entire time I was in Ireland, I didn't see a single green beer once.
Yeah,
they don't drink green beer over there.
I don't think the green beer is a thing.
No, yeah. But here it's a big thing.
Sure. Yeah.
I wonder if they drink the McShake. What is that thing called?
Shamrock Shake.
Shamrock Shake. Yeah.
Yeah. Google says that Cinco de Mayo is widely more celebrated in the United States than Mexico.
Although I bet you Mexico is like, yeah, come to Mexico for Cinco de Mayo.
Maybe
big party, big fiesta. I don't know. I don't really care about Cinco de Mayo. I also don't care really much about St. Patrick. Like not that I don't care about it, but I'm not really out there drinking. And
no, when I was like in my 20s, they're big.
Yeah, they're amateur days,
big drinking holidays. But once you get older, I'm like, whatever.
Time to move on.
I'll look for some taco deals. A lot of times there's like,
now we're talking
taco deals.
Sure.
I went to Chewy's yesterday.
It's a good spot.
Ate the meat out of that fajita for two.
Yeah.
Celebrate after the race.
Yeah. Nice victory.
The TSA says that if you don't have a real ID by Wednesday, you better get to the airport at least 3 hours early.
What is a real ID?
Well, I'll tell you,
Okay.
because you'll be subject to delays and additional screening. And even then, you might not be cleared to fly. A real ID driver's license has a star in the top right-hand corner.
Hold
Okay.
on.
Oh,
Now I
yeah.
gotta
They
look at
changed
mine.
it recently.
Take a look and see whether you have the star in the top right corner.
Indeed, I do.
It shows that you've verified your identity with additional documents. Starting Wednesday, a regular old driver's license will no longer be enough to board a flight. You'll, if you don't have a real ID, then you'll need a U.S. passport, global entry, or Nexus, a permanent resident card, a border crossing card, foreign government issued passport, or a veteran health ID card. If you don't have one of those, get to the airport as early as you can and bring as many other IDs with you with your photo on it and all that stuff that you can find. And if you aren't flying until this summer, arrange to get a real ID as soon as possible.
Well, I mean, I don't know how I got that.
Probably when you
whenever you renew
Yeah.
your driver's license, they have the new ones and stuff. So you may have had to show additional stuff.
I thought that was for the photo recognition stuff. Is what I thought.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I have the star on that. I also have like every entry thing
Right.
that you need to go through the airport, mobile passport and all that other stuff. Oh damn it! What was I going to say? What was the other thing that you need?
It said you could have
I
global
know.
entry, U.S. passport,
Why?
Nexus.
I wonder why they don't accept your concealed weapons permit.
Does it have a photo on it?
It has a photo
and it's
on
government
it.
issued?
It's government issued. It requires your fingerprints. It requires a background check.
Are
like
you
it
saying
seems like
they don't accept that on its own? Or
yes.
Oh,
Like I
wow.
wonder if that's not one of the why that's one of the. I remember I went to a casino. I went to one of the casinos in Vegas, and I wanted to get a card, and I went to go get it, and I realized I left my driver's license in my backpack. So I said, "Here, I got this," and had my address, had everything on it. And he goes, "We can't accept that." I go, "What's federal ID? Of
Yeah.
course you can."
That's
And
weird.
he was like, "No." And then I just went to the next pit boss, and he took it. But yeah, it's just that's just interesting that that it seems to me that there more went into it to get that. That should be accepted more.
Right.
You know.
Yeah, I think the last driver's license I got, I think it has the star in there because I was doing mine where you can renew it online.
Yeah.
You don't even have to go in there. But I did it so many times. They were like, hey, it's been like
we miss
20
you.
years.
This is not you in the picture.
Yeah, you don't look like that anymore. Joe knows Sovereignty
Yep.
and jockey Junior Alvarado entered their names in the horse racing history books after winning the 151st Kentucky Derby at Churchill Downs on May 3rd. The race was completed in 2 minutes and 2.31 seconds on a fairly wet track. Citizen Bull led a majority of the race before Neo Equos took over for the final turn. Journalism briefly pulled ahead with the lead before Sovereignty pulled ahead down the final stretch to win the race. Journalism entered the race as the favorite.
Yeah. Yep. And Sovereignty came out of nowhere, won that thing, Joe.
Woo.
Solid at the end.
Yep.
And made those people very happy. I wonder how much money you get when your horse wins a race.
Oh, it's a pretty good amount, I would imagine. Let me do a little Google and check it out here.
$1 million?
I don't know.
I don't know. Those people didn't seem like they'd be phased by $1 million.
So is the Triple Crown, is that a separate race or is that when you
Triple
win
The Triple
is all
Crown's all
three.
three of
multiple races?
Yeah.
the Preakness
Okay.
and the Belmont Stakes.
Gotcha.
So this one will go into the next one. The last horse, I believe, won, right? The last round.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I don't know. One of them did. One of them won the Triple Crown.
Here is the prize money breakout. So the Sovereignty will receive $3.1 million.
Oh, damn.
Pretty solid.
Second place is $1 million. Third place is $500,000. Fourth, $250,000. Fifth, $150,000.
But if you have a horse in the Kentucky Derby, chances are $1 million, $3 million doesn't change anything for you.
$3 million is definitely going to keep you doing more horse stuff. You
Oh,
know what
sure,
I mean?
yeah.
And I'm sure that they have other stuff where they're probably betting on their horse and they're doing different stuff. And now you have a horse that won the Kentucky Derby. You're studying that thing out forever. Did you know that every horse in the Kentucky Derby, you heard this?
Yeah.
That every horse in the Kentucky Derby is a offspring of Secretariat.
A descendant.
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 Yeah, that's
Really?
right. Yeah.
Secretariat.
Yeah.
Well, that's
so
weird.
through the lines,
Yeah.
through the bloodlines, they all trace back to
The
Secretariat.
greatest history horse in the history.
Yeah, which wasn't really a typical horse racing horse either.
Right.
Like the way that it was. Yeah, so that's pretty interesting.
And it was like he was in the like back in like the 1950s is when he did it all. And they said like since then, like usually when you look at athletes and stuff, like the genes and the level of athleticism goes up. And that has not been the case. Like no one has ever been able to do what Secretariat did.
What happened to Seabiscuit? How was that one?
They'd have put it down.
Oh,
Carmen, do you regret that you and Chad, with both of your athleticism, won't have children?
No.
You get the genes from both of you. You could create a wonderful athlete.
Yeah, but the thing about it is we would get a nerd. Knowing us, knowing our luck, you know what I mean? Like
Chad.
we would not get an athlete.
little
We would
loose
get a
knees, baby.
we would get a kid who's all like wants to be in debate and really good at math. and we're just sitting there like, yeah, kid, we can't help you with that.
You're not cool.
It would get Carmen's loose knees, wouldn't get Chad's abs,
Right.
would get no eyebrows.
Yeah.
It would be blonde with big blue eyes and kind of light skinned black.
Yeah.
Taco pits.
Yeah, it'd be weird. That'd be wild.
Kid mom makes him use homemade deodorant,
Yeah.
soap.
How about this? This is weird. Several Tampa Bay area realtors have raised the alarm about a disturbing pattern involving a man they believe is targeting female agents during home showings in order to touch their feet.
Yeah, dude. I know a bunch of girls who are real estate agents, and I always wonder how they do those open houses by
Showings,
themselves.
yeah.
You can never
know.
go alone, I would think.
Yeah,
They do though.
They do, yeah. But
that's crazy. I remember watching Dateline and the mother of the family, whatever, she was a realtor, and that happened to her. Got a showing and went, and the guy murdered
and they're
her.
going at crazy times because you're trying to beat the other realtors to the sale.
And you know, you got to go. You're like, all right, it's 6:30, but this guy he's interested and wants to
Yeah.
buy the house and stuff. And you go there, and
I know a girl. I know some smoking hot real estate girls, and they were like, "Yeah, we got guys sometimes that show up, and they're like, oh, I just see you all the time on Instagram, and I never I
Yeah.
wanted to meet you. I never got to meet you. You know,
And real estate, they always advertise with their picture.
sure,
yeah,
like,
that's what I'm
right.
saying. Yeah,
It's like just look for hot real estate
Yeah.
agents.
They describe his behavior as sexually inappropriate, and it has prompted an urgent call for increased safety measures. More than a half a dozen women have now come forward with similar accounts and encounters with the same man. They say he allegedly uses fake house tour bookings or drops in at open houses to get close to female agents, specifically to make contact with their feet. Angela Julian, a Pinellas County realtor, said that the man told her he was there, was there, and on her. I'm sorry. Oh, that there was an ant on her foot before bending down and grabbing her shoe.
Oh, yeah.
She's
the
like,
old ants on the foot trick.
He bends down, starts unbuckling my shoe and caressing my foot. And I just thought that it was really weird. At the same time, he's fidgeting with his phone and petting my foot. And I think he's trying to take some sort of type of video or up my skirt or something.
Oh, my God.
And she said it was very alarming. So, yeah, the unsettling interactions date back to at least July of last year in Pinellas County and have continued as recently as last week in Manatee County. More women are speaking out as word starts to spread about encounters which may have left the women feeling violated and vulnerable.
Jeez.
That is so gross.
Yeah.
But you know what is weirdest to me is that, like, you look at a woman, some guys are boob guys, some guys are butt guys, some guys are face guys. It's so weird to me how to think guys are feet guys.
Yeah.
It's just such an odd thing to me.
But there's a lot.
Oh, yeah.
There's a lot.
Yeah.
So much so that, I mean, women can make money just selling pictures of their feet.
Yeah. Then there's a guy who came and licked Carmen's toes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He was
A
totally.
couple of guys have done that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember
Carmen's, yeah.
Flip Flop the Clown.
Flip
Yeah.
flop. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which one did you like the most?
None.
You liked the one guy.
You didn't like him. You liked the act.
But I like the act. But that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. Like, if it's not someone I like, then no, I do not like it. It's like when you
Yeah, I can imagine. It's creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It didn't do anything for me. I didn't go home and like think about it.
Let me ask you a question. If you came to my house and we were sitting there watching TV and I was like, "Hey, Carmen, can we lick your toes?"
No.
You would say no?
I would say no.
Because if you said that to me, not my feet, but I don't like my feet. But
Something
if you said
else.
if I could
Yeah.
lick anything else, I'd be like, yeah, go for it.
Yeah, because guys are creeps.
Yeah, but
But-
I'm just saying, like, why won't girls give into that urge?
I mean, some do.
Yeah, they're
But-
the good ones.
Yeah. Well,
They're the keepers.
listen. I only want Chad to do that stuff to me.
Chad-
Carmen, you're in love.
Chad licks
Yeah.
your feet.
No. He will. He does like special occasions, but it's like we have to like get out of the shower and I have to wear like slippers to the bed. Like it has to be, but he's not just doing it.
I'm not. I'm pretty open when it comes to like. I don't like. Somebody says you like to be dominant. I don't know. Depends on what the situation calls for. You know what I'm saying? But I had sometimes. When I say this, I had a girl like give me instructions one time. She said she was like, "Do this, touch it." And she goes, "Lick my feet," and I went, "No, no way."
Yeah.
No way. I'm
Hold
So
up.
a few things.
Wait.
Yep. Go ahead.
Okay.
What do you got?
Here we go, Bone Fam. The Bone Bonus. Presented to you by Farah and Farah, Tampa's accident attorneys. FarahandFarah.com. This hour's Bone Bonus keyword is
Cruise.
Cruise.
Yes, this hour's keyword is cruise. CRUISE. You can head over to the 1025 The Bone app now and enter the word cruise before 30 minutes past the top of the hour, and that $1,000 Bone Bonus could be yours.
Like the great Tom Cruise Maypother, or whatever his name is.
Or like we're going to go on Celtic Cruise
Oh.
19 next year.
All right, Carmen, back to your licking your feet.
So a couple
Okay.
things. One, Carmen, what made you more excited, them licking your feet or the Big Mac pizza?
Oh, Big Mac pizza.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Yeah.
Also, you were saying about how Chad will do it occasionally, and you have to make sure you're straight out of the shower and wear the slippers. There are guys that like it dirty.
Dirty.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
want you to walk around a parking lot and do that stuff.
Yeah.
And
man.
then my other thing is what you were talking about doing different stuff, whatever. I was watching a video the other day of a girl doing a service to a gentleman, and she goes, and it's an amateur thing, and she goes, "You're not slapping me enough." She goes, "When I do this, slap me." She goes, "When I do this, you have to slap." And he goes, "I'm slapping." She's like red on her face,
Yeah.
and he just smacks
Oh.
her.
No way.
But she's into it.
Yeah.
I don't know how I need like 8 pages in writing and a
Yeah.
video testimonial.
Yeah.
Before.
And,
I don't want to hit a girl. I'll hit her if it comes up and I'll smack her in the ass if it's coming up in the situation, but I don't want to smack you in the face.
Also,
but if you're really into that, put it in video testimony.
Video, writing, and you have to have a star in the upper right-hand corner of your driver's
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Seeing Joe strong arm his girlfriend.
Yeah.
That's right.
That's on our, if you want to see it, that's on our Instagram story at the Mike Calta Show on Instagram. Joe punching sugar pants in the face.
Wow.
Pretty alarming.
Pretty
She
alarming.
was zipping up. I had to do something, Michael.
Terrible.
I watched a television series this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if anybody else watched it. I'm going to give you a warning.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to spoil anything. It is a show on Netflix called The Four Seasons. Anybody heard of it?
Oh, yeah, I know what it is. It's a remake, and it's Tina Fey and Will Forte and Steve Carell and all them. And Tina Fey developed it and stuff. I do want to watch it, though.
There was a movie in the 70s that
Yeah.
Alan Alda was in
Yeah.
called The Four Seasons, and this is an adaptation of that. It is a series of, I think, 8 or 9 episodes, and it is about couples in their 50s and their life and their marriage. Galvin, well, maybe you'll be okay watching it. What was that?
Sorry, that was me.
That you?
Yeah, sorry. I just took a sip of water and.
Gio, you're a little young. You'll probably be okay. Carmen, you won't be interested.
I
in it
watched
at all.
half the first episode.
It's very good.
Yeah.
I enjoyed
Tina
it.
Fey's very funny, and she's a great
She
writer.
is the highlight of the show.
Yeah.
I watched the whole thing. I binged the whole season.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm
the
tell-
4 seasons?
Yes.
Yeah, I loved it.
You watch it?
I watched the whole thing already. I watched it last week. Yeah.
You like it, Carmen. Here's why. Because you're in your 20s or 30s. You know what I mean? You're young. It is the most depressing television show for married couples in their 50s. I'm just giving you a heads up right now.
Oh, yeah.
You won't be so bad. You'll be fine because like I felt fine with it, but it is depressing. It is you and your wife have a good relationship. You do stuff together. You go to concerts together. You have a good. If your marriage is a little bit boring, and you're like,
It's to the point now.
Don't watch it with your spouse. Yeah, and it is. It just brings out all the bad. Like I'm sitting there with my wife, and every 5 minutes was like, "Do you think we should do that?"
No.
And I'm like, "No, we're nothing like that." And she's like, "Okay, I just wanted to make sure you didn't feel that." I go, "No, they feel that way. I don't feel this way." It's pretty. It's not even just about sex. It's about just like boring marriages.
Well, being married for a long time and
Yes.
how like there's always one person that cares more.
Your expectations of what your marriage is going to be like compared to what it actually is when you're at that age. And it's funny because as I'm watching the show, I'm recognizing couples in my life that I know. I'm like, oh, that's that family and that's that family and all that. I don't know exactly where we fit in there, but like my wife and I, but I felt pretty confident. I'm telling you right now, Will Forte, I hate him. He's MacGruber.
Really?
No. I don't hate him like as a
You hate his character?
hate his
there?
character.
Oh,
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to. His character is so. It's also probably what I think Will Forte is really like, but it's so hateable. Did you not hate him, Carmen?
He's a little annoying.
Yes.
But again, he's the one who like he cares more about his marriage.
You think so?
I feel like just because he's his character, he's very needy.
Yeah,
You know what I
needy. No girl wants a needy guy.
Uh,
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. No, I don't want a needy guy, but I'm sure there's some women out there that wants that. You know what I mean? Because like they feel satisfaction of being needed.
Yeah. Well, it's good if you are the needy guy and you get a girl who likes wants to be needed. That works out good. But if not, oof. Good luck.
Right. Yeah, because she just seems like he's married to Tina Fey in the show, and she just seems like so annoyed by it.
Yeah.
All the time.
It's the 4 seasons on Netflix. It's very good. It's a good couple show to watch. And it's a good to watch it solo too, but it's very interesting and it's a pretty good grasp on reality as far as married lives go.
And they're short episodes. They're like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Like,
it's really. I watched the whole thing. It was great.
I did too. I watched it in one day.
Yeah.
Speaking of depressing, it was on the other night, and I popped it on like towards the end, whatever. I had seen it before. Did you watch Iron Claw about the Von Erichs?
Von Erichs. Yeah, I couldn't get into it.
Very sad.
It
Sad.
is
But I knew
real
that going
depressing.
into it, so that's why I was like,
But it is real depressing, especially the whole ending. You're like,
Yeah.
God, this family never had a chance. It's wild. I have a hot or not for you
Oh,
guys.
good.
New Jersey police officer arrested for invading her ex-boyfriend's home is headed to an out-of-state mental health facility that treats cops. Rebecca Saya was released from jail on Friday after being taken into custody a week earlier when she resisted arrest. She'll spend at least a month receiving treatment. The 32-year-old Tom River law enforcement officer is accused of smashing the glass door of the home she once shared with one of the victims, then assaulting and threatening two of the people in that house, her ex-boyfriend and his girlfriend. She is also accused of damaging a vehicle parked outside of that property. So she's from New Jersey. She's 32. She's a police officer, and she was arrested for invading her ex-boyfriend's home, beating him up and her up, and then resisting arrest. And now she's being taken to a mental facility. Mike Calta, hot or not?
Tom's River chick, how old?
32.
32 years old, shore bitch.
Police officer.
Crazy is hot. I say she's hot.
You say hot.
Yeah.
All right. Gio, what do you got?
What was her name again?
Her name is Rebecca Saya.
Rebecca Saya. Yeah, I think she's hot. She's crazy and she's hot.
Yeah. All right. Carmen, what do you think?
I think 32, cop, hot.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
Everybody says Saya hot, right? All right. Let me get a little picture for you guys, and you can take a look. And Joe's gonna have it up on Bone TV here in a second.
Oh yeah, that's exactly what I pictured.
She is hot. She is hot.
You will not break up with me.
Nope.
You will not break up with me.
Yeah.
Mental institution, you say?
Mental institution.
Crazy is hot.
Yes.
She's gonna have a full dance card there. Yeah, that's
I'm not mad at her.
You guys are all right on that one.
Yeah.
Everybody said hot. She is hot for sure.
Well, I got to tell you, I had a little bit of inside information. I didn't see the picture of her, but my whole family is from that area of New Jersey.
Yeah.
Very familiar with the ladies down the shore, and I figured she had to be hot.
Yeah.
Especially with the crazy. It makes it crazy.
Carmen, you were talking about how good the Big Mac pizza was. People on X are submitting photo proof that their cities and states have the worst pizzas.
Worst pizza.
Yeah, and they actually have some that just have like slices of like Kraft cheese on top of the thing.
That's
just,
gross.
pizzas that look like they're just frozen pizzas that are like, yeah, this is our pizza. Here you go. I have had sometimes bad pizza, even bad pizza, you're still like, it's okay, whatever. But I got to be honest with you. I've been searching for the right pizza for such a long time.
Yeah, I mean, here's the deal. You have to know what kind of pizza you like. Like Dave Portnoy has a very specific type of pizza that he looks for. It's got to have a good undercarriage. It's got to have a little bit of a flop. He likes it hot. He likes it, that doesn't mean that's the way you're going to like your pizza.
I will tell you probably my favorite pizza in the area and going to the restaurant and getting it, because of course, anytime you get delivery, it's a little bit different, whatever, is Anthony's Coal Fire Pizza.
Anthony's Coal Fire Pizza is great, but also it's not traditional pizza, and it's cold fired. It's a smaller pie and smaller slices. My kids don't like it. I love it.
Yeah, I love it.
It's you got to know what you like. Yeah. So you like the coal fire, just the coal fire cooking on top of that makes it. I like that crispy pizza. Like
right.
that.
I like it crispy. I like it a little bit well done. I want my cheese to be kind of orangish brown.
Yeah.
On top there. Yeah.
Yeah, like I have searched far and wide for pizza in this area, and Three Brothers came out on top.
Three Brothers is great.
Good, yeah.
Three Brothers is great. Old West Shore used to be great.
Oh, so you go to one West Shore, it'll be great. You go to another West Shore, it'll stink.
Yeah,
Once they started going like crazy franchises all over Tampa, it kind of went
West
down.
Shore Bob, the original West Shore, made a great pizza.
Carmen turned us on to, I think, probably the best chain pizza is Jets.
Jets.
Yeah.
Jets
with
is
you on
really
that.
good.
For sure.
With you on that, Carmen.
Still, though, I can't believe it. To this day, one of the best slices of pizza I've ever had in my life was at the Bucks game. And it was
still say that.
It was Little Caesars.
That's
Huh?
crazy.
It was Little Caesars. It was cooked perfectly. It was crispy. It was warm.
You know what you like.
It was crazy
Yeah.
though. I was like, this is so good.
People tell me all the time, I'm going to New York. What's the best pizza place? Anyone you walk into, you're not going to get it. You're going to get the same piece of pizza made by an Indian guy in any pizza place in New York City.
Pretty much.
Just go get it.
Speaking of food, today is National Hoagie Day.
Love a
When was
hoagie.
the last time you had a good hoagie?
Yeah.
Do you know the difference between a hoagie and a sub?
I don't.
It's got to do with the bread.
It does have to do with the bread, Gio. You are correct. A hoagie uses harder bread and usually served cold, whereas a sub is usually softer one that can be served toasted
Yeah.
or cold. And then the sub's bread is fully cut through, where a hoagie which we all call them public subs, those are actually public hoagies because they only split the bread.
Yeah, the
they
bread's a little bit tough too.
Yeah.
Not a fan.
Of Public?
No, I love Publix, but you gotta cut it all the way through. I like it.
Oh, you like it cut all the way through?
Yeah.
I don't. I like it cut
You
so
like the
it's
envelope?
yeah, because that
It
way it
holds
holds it
it.
all in there. Yeah.
Like a pocket.
Yeah. I like that better.
I like a big leaky sandwich.
Messy all over.
So hungry right now.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
same.
know.
I can't get the Big Mac pizza out of my mind.
Oh,
Sounds
you
wonderful.
won't be able to get out of your belly soon.
It looks so good.
Legendary comedian Ruth Buzzy of Laugh In and Sesame Street. She died.
Surprised she didn't make the death pool.
88 years old. Yeah, nobody had her.
88.
88.
Oh, I thought she'd have been 98.
I thought too. Yeah, because she always played older.
Yes.
She played that older character and stuff. Did we check the death pool?
I
Nobody
didn't
has
check
her?
it. I just assumed somebody would have yipped up if they had her already.
Joe may have her. And
Joe
he doesn't even
probably
know.
might, yeah.
I don't think I had her this year.
Ruth Buzzy is one of the most asexual human beings I could ever imagine.
Mm.
Like I would think that she'd have a problem getting laid. She looked asexual. She had a name that was completely a Ruth Buzzy.
Oh, yeah.
I think that she saw her face and she goes, "I'm gonna be like a character comedian thing." You know what I mean, like
But
that.
can she turn it off? Like, can you ever take Ruth out to dinner? I think you're always with Ruth Buzzy.
Yeah, I think that's the thing, though. That's what I'm saying. Like that, she was like, "All right, well, this is the face that I got, so I'm gonna do this."
Mm,
Yeah, it doesn't look like anybody has her.
no. The only one I think would have thought of that was Joe.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have known if I had her.
Carmen definitely doesn't know who she is.
No.
Yeah,
Ian
no.
doesn't have her.
Yeah, I barely know.
Yeah. So no points on that one. Ruth Buzzy dead at the age of 88. Speaking of people who died and could be dying soon, Ozzy Osbourne says it's really it's time for him to retire after his Black Sabbath reunion show
now,
on July
finally.
5th. Yeah, he
Who
says
is this?
Ozzy Osbourne.
Oh.
Yeah. You heard it because I said both names. He wants to. He says he wants to live out the rest of his life with his family and not, quote, die in a hotel room somewhere.
I feel like Sharon's the ones that forcing him to do this for
Yeah.
years.
yeah. Oh yeah.
And, like, I don't think he's wanted to tour or perform for
But
quite
you
some
think she
time.
needs more money?
I think maybe.
I think it worries. She's worried that once he stops, he's going to die.
I can tell you this: that I saw the Rock and Roll. Was it the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame or what was it? I forget what it was. Was it Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? But where Jack Black introduced and Ozzy was sitting on
Yeah,
the
it was
throne.
the Hall of Fame.
And then they went to Wolfgang was playing guitar and Chad Smith on drums and this and that. And Jack Black says, "And here performing, blah blah blah, is this that?" And then Ozzy's supposed to start, and Jack Black goes and like points at him,
Yeah.
and then Ozzy goes, "It's so bad," and you're like, "Oh, gee," and then they just like wheel the throne off, and you're like, "Oh my."
The last time I saw Ozzy was like Ozfest probably 10 years ago, 12 years ago, and it wasn't great.
Do you think that's all drugs, or do you think like how much of that is
It's-
just old age?
Well, both. Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, he did so much drugs that Motley Crue said this guy's out of his mind. You know, I mean, snorting the ants,
Yeah.
drinking to this, and doing that, and everything. But all of that stuff brought on. Now he has what?
Parkinson's.
Yeah, Parkinson's.
Yeah.
You know, which and then old age and all that on top of everything. Plus, been touring forever, and that does such a toll on your
That's the
body.
thing, yeah.
So it's. If he makes it July 5th, I'll be surprised.
Oh.
So the way that concert's supposed to go, I think he's only going to do a couple songs.
Right. He'll probably only come out and do a couple Black Sabbath songs at the end.
Like they'll have Metallica and they'll have Limp Bizkit, I think is playing there. A bunch of different artists, Tom Morello, all these people come out and do songs together. And then at the final thing, it'll be Ozzy with Black Sabbath, the original Bill Ward and Tony Iommi and Geezer, and they'll come out and do 2 songs probably.
I think they do 5 songs. I think they do 3 to 5 songs.
Didn't they go on tour as original Black Sabbath not too long ago?
No,
It was a long time ago.
Yeah, because Bill Ward hasn't played with them
No.
for quite some time because of the whole Sharon thing. Because
But he's
Bill-
the only one.
But
The
was
rest
everybody
are out,
except Bill
Yes,
Ward?
yeah.
Okay. That's what I think that's the last time I saw them, I think that's what I saw.
Yeah.
I have no interest.
I remember
I would
seeing-
watch that on if that's on like when they did the Taylor Hawkins thing where it was
Yeah.
on TV,
Oh, yeah.
I'd watch that.
I'd watch
Yeah.
it for sure because I'm sure there'll be a bunch of great performances, a bunch of cool stuff.
Yeah, for sure. And probably the last time you'll see Ozzy
Yeah.
publicly for a while.
Yeah. Speaking of playing big concert stuff, Lady Gaga played for 2.5 million people in Rio de Janeiro on Saturday, which breaks Madonna's record at the same beach last year.
Wow.
Brazilian authorities also thwarted an attempt to bomb the show because it was 2.5 million people out there.
But at what point is that not comfortable anymore? Like, who's going to be with 2 million people? You can't see the stage.
Not me.
No, I mean,
I'm telling you right now, I'm not going to a show in an arena or a stadium if I'm not within 200 feet of the band.
right,
Yeah.
right. And so if you're going to a show with 2.1 million people, there's a million people who don't get to see anything. And then the million in front of that, I would say 500,000 probably aren't getting to see much either.
I don't get that. I don't get that at all.
I mean, you get to hear it and watch video screens.
I don't want to go in a park where they're a mile away from me.
Right.
It doesn't make any sense at all. Metallica's coming, and I bought Metallica tickets, and I could have been on the field.
Right.
But I know the setup for Metallica, and their stage is high, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to go front row in the seats. And do that
eye level.
Yeah, and I think that makes more sense. So that's why I got those. So we'll see whenever we get there. But yeah, if I'm not, and that's not me going, if I'm not, but I'm just
you
letting
wouldn't
him.
enjoy
It's not worth going.
No.
It's like saying if the concert's at Raymond James Stadium and you are down by 275 trying to watch it.
Yeah.
Like, why would you do that?
Yeah.
I don't get
Yeah,
that. I mean, if you're doing it to break a record, maybe.
Like when I see people sit up in the third level of like Raymond James for a concert, I can't get. I know a lot of time the price is what factors in.
Sure.
Like they can't afford it, but I'd rather just not go
Right.
than sit up there.
Right. There's certain things that sitting up in the 300 level are acceptable for. Hockey is not so bad. You can overlook
hockey's
the
not
whole
bad.
thing.
Even a game is not bad. I've sat up the third level Raymond James for a game, but for a concert, to me, it'd be weird.
Yeah, I sat up there for the Super Bowl, and it wasn't bad at all. I was right above the field, and I didn't mind.
I just ran up there at 5K. I don't know if
Yeah,
you heard.
yeah.
Very proud of you.
it was
Very proud
I
of you.
remember
Fantastic.
looking down and
Yeah.
thinking,
Yeah.
I'll go see Metallica from here.
Did you stop and look around?
No.
No, you just kept going.
Yeah, I just kept going.
Trucking through.
Yeah.
Good for you.
I was walking, but the whole time I'm like, I just had it in my mind. I have to do this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very
Good
proud
for
of
you.
myself.
Yeah, very proud of you.
This is Cake Boss, Buddy Valestro, right? Says he will share details of his DWI arrest
Another one?
at a later date. Valestro was arrested early Thursday morning and appeared in court later that afternoon for allegedly driving while intoxicated. According to the prosecutors, Buddy told cops during his arrest, "I had a couple drinks. You can't arrest me. I'm the Cake Boss."
Wow.
The prosecutor said that he insisted several times, "I'm a good guy. You can just put me in a cab. You don't have to arrest me. I'm not a bad guy."
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, this is like his third one, isn't it?
Joe, that's El Chapo.
What?
Joe
you serious?
Joe put up a picture of El Chapo.
No, you're saying that's not the Cake Boss?
Says Cake Boss arrested on DWI charges.
Oh my
That's what it
gosh.
says right there.
Pull it up.
El Chapo. Joey.
That's El Chapo. That is not Buddy.
Oh, hold on. Now I got to look it up. I got to see it.
That's not Buddy either. That's Antonio Brown.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
I don't know.
Listen, in Joe's defense, Antonio Brown often
Mistaken
confused
for
as Cake Boss.
How many times has this guy been busted? I mean,
I
doesn't
know.
he have a yeah, here. Does Buddy?
I'm seeing the El Chapo mugshots. Oh man.
I don't know what the Cake Boss looks like.
Just
There's-
put in Cake Boss
Yeah.
Buddy. It'll come up.
There's not many
I
Cake
found
Bosses.
it in 2 seconds.
Yeah. Joe says, well,
Yeah, it came up instantly.
During his arrest, the Cake Boss told the cops, "You can't arrest me. I'm the Cake Boss."
I put in Cake Boss and not a single El Chapo picture came up.
No.
Joe, every other picture other than El Chapo is Buddy. That's him. That's him.
That's the guy.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Maybe you're better off Googling not El Chapo. Maybe that would help you out.
I want to see if he could, I can't find it, but I know he's got more than one.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I know.
think so,
He's got a couple. But I don't understand that. They definitely have money. Why do you not Uber?
Yeah.
Uber or why do you not just get a driver? That's so ridiculous.
Because he's a cake boss.
Hey.
I'm the
Oh,
boss.
you can't arrest me. I'm a cake boss.
You don't
Tony
arrest them.
Cannoli driving me around.
That's going to be on his next episode. He's going to put a cake together, and they're going to be like, this has to be at the venue at 3:30. All right, but I hope I don't get arrested.
So it looks like this may be his second one because it says he has a DUI from 2014.
Yeah.
I thought it was his third one, buddy.
Yeah.
It's
What
more
about-
than one, at least.
How many does El Chapo have?
Well, I don't think he has.
How
any.
did El Chapo come up in your search?
I mean, I don't know, but it does. I mean, you put in cake, so maybe they call El Chapo the cake boss or something like that. You know what I mean? May have something. I don't know. But
I still think it's
It's
Joe.
Joe.
Yo.
it's 2025. You should probably know who the cake boss is and who El Chapo is.
And
Well, I
how
know-
to Google
well,
it.
yeah, all right.
Joe, what is the cake boss's first name?
I have no idea.
We've just
I
said it
a
5
million
times.
times. I told you to
was
Google.
looking telling-
I told you to put it in Google.
No, I know, but he's reading the story. He's saying it in the story. The cake boss, Buddy Valestro.
Yeah.
So you don't hear that and go, Buddy Cake Boss.
No, I just type in cake boss.
Well,
But
if you
that's
put
what
in
I just said to you after you pulled up El Chapo by typing in cake boss. I go, maybe put in cake boss buddy.
It's still, I mean,
Every picture you're showing right now, besides El Chapo, is the cake boss. On the left, that's cake boss. On the right, that's cake boss.
they
On the
all
far
say
right,
the
it's cake
same
boss.
thing. They all say the same
Okay,
thing.
but
Cake-
one of them's not cake boss.
Right.
That's El Chapo.
Okay. Well, I'm unfamiliar with the cake boss.
Isn't it
know.
amazing that I saw a picture of El Chapo and knew it was El Chapo?
How did you do that,
It's
Galvin?
disturbing.
That's wild. It's wild. It's wild. Finally, in news, someone asked the internet, "What's something that's sexy now that wasn't sexy 20 years ago?"
All right, let's talk about that after the
Think
break.
about
'cause we're up against the
2005,
clock.
all this stuff that's
Oh,
sexy
yeah.
now.
Sexy now.
Something that's sexy now
That wasn't.
that 20 years ago you're like, ugh, I don't like that, whatever.
Okay.
But now it's come around where it's hey, that's kind of sexy.
All right. We'll get into that after the break. 800-771-1025 if you want to chime in or be part of the show. 800-771-1025. You got about another 6 minutes to put your bone bonus keyword into the app to a chance to win $1,000. We'll have another opportunity coming up at 10 o'clock, noon, 2, and 5 today. Jason Mewes, Jay from Jay and Silent Bob is going to join us in the 9 o'clock hour. He's coming to town. We will take a quick break. It's the Mike Calta Show. It's 1025 The Bone. My wife texted me and she said, "Are people killing you?" And I said, "For what?" And she goes, "For not running in the rain." I go, "No, I don't. This whole room didn't expect me to run." And
No.
I
I
was
don't think
going.
you should have gotten a medal.
Well, tough for you.
Yeah.
I got a whole bag worth of stuff.
Gio feels he earns one medal, and now he gets to tell you you don't get.
Yeah.
that
You don't
medal.
get the you don't get that medal.
You got to earn the medal.
Yeah, you got to earn the medal.
I will not display that medal as if I had. I will not frame it and hang it on the wall
Put the
and say
picture
that I.
in.
I will
Yeah.
not.
Have
I
your
will
frame
not do
guy
that.
put it in there.
I
and
will
do all
not
that
do
stuff?
that. Yeah.
The only thing that bothered me is that you took a medal
You're a medal
without
snob.
Posed with
without
the medal,
earning
too.
it. Yeah.
Posed
I
with
didn't
the
take a medal. I was given a medal.
And I know how the
You
got-
could have given it back.
I know how you got the medal.
No. You're mistaken. My medal was in my bag.
Right. And you
Yeah.
should have given it back
Do you-
Why?
because you didn't earn
I got
it.
a participation trophy.
Ugh.
No, and I know
You
how the
didn't
medal.
participate.
Yeah.
I know how the medal got into your bag too.
No, I think you're mistaken.
No,
Yeah, but you think that Tom stole the medal from somebody.
Not stole.
Yeah.
Tom said Mike needs medals.
Right. And that's why I got those today.
Right,
Yeah, but that medal was in my bag.
right.
There was gift bags that they gave out to certain people, and that medal was in my gift bag with
But
my
I-
name on it.
I think Tom put that in there.
No, I'm positive you didn't.
You still don't get a medal.
Why do I have 4 medals?
For what?
Another interesting part of this whole thing was so Gio actually did the celebrity run, the 2 p.m. one, and he was up there next to Tom Segura and overheard.
Oh yeah,
What did you hear?
I heard him talking about you.
Me?
Yeah.
What did you hear?
He's like, man, Calta really left, huh? He's not here.
Who said that? Tom?
Tom,
Yeah.
yeah. I was just standing next to him. He was talking to somebody else. I don't know who it was.
What does he care?
I don't know. He's like, wow. He's like, Calta really left, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's his fault.
Yeah.
He's the one who told me it was terrible. Don't do it.
I'm just saying. I'm telling you what I heard.
Listen, I was there all day. What do you want from me?
Were you?
All day. You were there for like an hour.
I was there from 11 o'clock till 2 o'clock.
No.
Or 11:30.
Yeah, but you weren't there at 2:00.
Yeah, 11:30, 1:30.
Left right before 2 o'clock. Right before
11:30, 1:30.
Okay, I'll give you that. It's 2 hours.
2 hours. 2 hours. And also, what do you want from me? You said you were going to do the race. Do the race.
Yeah. Oh, they also said there would be no ramps or stairs, and there were ramps and stairs.
Nobody ever said there would be no ramps.
100%. Bert was on the show. He said, "No, there won't be any stairs. There won't be any ramps." And so much that he made a video over the weekend where he was like, "Okay, there was been some talk about whether or not there was going to be stairs, and there are stairs." And he showed the stairs, and that wasn't the only stairs.
You should not get a medal.
Okay, you want it? I'll give it back.
Yes.
To who?
I just
You
don't.
want me to give it away?
I don't. Yeah, I don't.
Oh, you would rather a stranger that didn't run keep it.
By the way, I know you don't know because you didn't run the course. Those were the only stairs.
No. I'll tell you right now because I saw it.
Where were the other stairs?
They were the stairs going up to the area where the pirate ship was, and then stairs up to the pirate ship.
Yeah. Well,
it
the
was
pirate
just
ship
the
was the only
stairs.
stairs.
No,
In the
at the
ship.
pirate ship.
I watched people run from the field up the stairs.
Yeah, those were the only stairs. You ran up the stairs, across the pirate ship, down the stairs on the pirate ship. The pirate ship
pirate
was
ship
the
was the only
only
stairs.
stairs.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then I don't know what I was seeing all those people go up the stairs for. They must have been just starting. That must.
Well,
been
you had to
starting
go. You had to go upstairs to go to the starting
That
line.
was probably what I saw.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
you didn't have to run them, but you
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
I mean, not everybody got ushered in on a golf cart.
Yeah. Hey, look.
They drove you on a golf cart?
Not only did he get on the golf cart, like he left his family and everybody behind. It was
Oh
just
my
Mike
God.
on the golf cart.
We were checking in, and
What
the lady.
is wrong with you?
Well, I love that you put it on me. like that I said, family, I need to have a golf cart. I'll see you later.
It was Mike here. We got the golf cart right here for you.
The lady said, I'm going to take you on the golf cart. And I said, okay. And I said, she's getting a golf cart. She goes, no, I'm going to take you over to the whatever on the golf cart, and I'll have somebody escort them to where they need to go. And I was like, oh, okay. So I got on the thing, and the guy took me on the golf cart. We got there, and then 2 seconds later, everybody showed up in the same spot. I was like, oh, I don't know. The way she made it sound like it was like I was going somewhere else.
I think you did say later, losers.
Yeah, I might have said
And
that.
I walked with JoJo and your wife and your son. And
I didn't know. I didn't know where I was going.
I'm not bothered by that. I was at an athletic event, so I was expecting a lot of movement.
As an athlete, I understand it.
Yeah.
I thought that I was being taken somewhere with purpose.
Right.
Not that it was to avoid walking to the thing. I didn't know. I mean, yeah, I'm with you. It was a
Maybe
walk.
they told, and it's funny, when I first got there, I went to a different entrance, and one of the women that was running Bert's thing goes, oh, she's like, you're with the Mike Calta Show. Yeah, she's like, please tell Mike he doesn't have to walk to this entrance. He can go right there and go to this. And I texted you and Tom. So I think that the word was out that you were
I was not interested in walking.
You were not interested in walking or anything.
I had nothing to do with any of this. I got an email from Mike Oliveira, said show up at this door at this time and be there. That's it. That's all I did. I didn't talk to anybody else about it or nothing.
I said I did overhear Segura talking about you right before the race.
To
started.
who?
I don't know who the person was. We were like in the group waiting for Jelly Roll, and he was like, "Wow," he's like, "Calta really didn't show." He was kind of like looking around.
I did not show. I was there. I left before that celebrity heat started.
I think that's because that's when like the things kind of got started. Like you were kind of just during the waiting period when nothing was going on.
Yeah,
everything kind
I
of
was
happened.
just sitting around waiting.
Yeah, I think everything kind of happened right at 2 o'clock.
Yeah, I was not interested in that. I don't know what I don't know. You know what I mean? I have a massive radio audience in this town that was a majority of them were there. Not a majority, but a portion of them were there at the race to race. I wasn't with them. You know what I'm saying? I was over there on the other side, the VIP side, but I really wasn't with them. I was just kind of sitting in the middle of both doing nothing.
Like I said, I think you left before things kind of got started.
What happened? Jelly Roll showed up. It's the only thing that I missed.
Yeah.
And I think I could live with that.
You're not allowed to have a medal.
You're not the medal police.
I am.
No.
I got to be honest with you. He's done so much backpedaling. He may have done a 5K.
Listen, I'm not bothered you left at all. I 100% said you would go to VIP.
Yeah.
You'd hang out and you'd leave before it starts.
You called it.
And that's what happened.
Yeah.
But you don't get a medal.
All right. You can take it back.
I feel like I had to earn my medal.
Yes.
I'm very proud of my medal.
Listen, I'm proud of you. I think you did a great job.
Yeah.
It was not easy to do.
Your photo wearing your medal, I'm offended by that.
Yeah. Well,
like people are offended of Trump and the Pope. I'm offended with Mike and his medal.
By the way, that's great. Trump and Pope together is pumped.
Stolen valor.
I did wear that medal to be a little bit deceiving on. I did not want to blow the news on whether I ran the race or not.
I see that, but it's a slap in the face of those of us.
Everybody
To
that
that-
finished.
to the real athletes.
Yes, that accomplished
Insult.
this. An insult. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm offended by it.
Well, life's full of offensives. What are you gonna do?
Stolen valor.
Some days are gonna be more tougher than others.
I mean, if
Gio.
I would have known you could just get a medal,
Oh yeah.
I would have just got
you
my
wouldn't
medal.
you wouldn't run it twice.
I didn't run it twice.
Oh, you
I
just
don't
did it
know.
once.
Yeah.
I gotta tell you, I'm not the 5K kind of guy. This was not my thing.
Yeah.
You're saying you were not the 5K.
I'm not. Yes, not.
Yeah.
not- yeah.
I think a lot of people were confused whether you were or not.
Big Dick said he was surprised you stayed as long as you did.
I agree with him.
Yeah, he's like,
I agree
oh.
with him.
He goes, we'll be out of here in an hour.
By the
Yeah,
way,
weren't you supposed to be streaming the whole thing?
By the way, that's what I said to Big Dick whenever you went to leave. I go, Big Dick, you want to get him leaving? You want to stream that?
Listen,
Yeah.
I was there. I was available for streaming.
He's
Where
like,
is
"Oh, we'll-
where is the camera, Joe?
Where, your camera?
Yeah.
Yeah, right here.
No, I know. I know where it is now.
Yeah.
Where was it yesterday?
He had
In
it.
my hand, I was shooting.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so then that was
And
it.
where's the video?
It's in the camera.
Oh.
I'm gonna dump it
Did
today.
you get the race or what did you get? Because it seemed like
not,
you left.
Not really a whole lot.
It seemed like you left before.
I got like they were podcasting and then the crowd and
You got the
people
part where you smacked your chick in the face.
Oh, well, Dick got that.
Yeah.
So you went to the
thank
5K and got everything but the race.
Yeah,
All right.
Oh, you got all of us finishing,
Yeah.
right?
that's right.
Oh, you do have?
No.
Oh,
Listen, I gotta tell you, there was a part of me that was like, I did not want to run. First of all,
right.
then there was a part of me that kind of was like, I just felt like I no longer belonged there. It was time to go.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I
Right,
had
if
been
you're not
there-
going to walk it, then why?
I'm not
even
gonna
go?
walk it. I'm not. I'm just kind of just sitting here doing
Yeah.
nothing. My whole family was just sitting there doing nothing. And
Were
I was like,
they-
it's time to go.
Did they have intentions of running or doing it?
Amanda would have done it.
Yeah.
Joey didn't care, and Juliana was like, Juliana kept asking me to leave the minute we got there. She's like, can we just go? She was like, can we go to Hooters? Can we go to Starbucks? She was like trying to give me all the keywords
Yeah.
to get me to get out of there.
She wasn't excited to meet Travis or Taylor Swift's brother's boyfriend.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, she wasn't. I thought she would be, but she didn't seem to care. I'm trying to think. I don't think she cared about anybody. Joey had a good time. Joey met some people, and Joey
Yeah.
likes Tom and Bert, so he got to hang out with them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I just
I had a great time.
yeah, it was good.
Is that?
Now you got it. I'm keeping my medal.
You can't.
Oh.
No. You,
Gio is going to take that medal
I'm
from
offended by that.
you. No.
Yeah, like I said, there's going to be things in life that bother you.
Yeah.
Deal
It's
with
all
it.
right. Stolen valor.
We know.
Hey, Gio, this medal's here. You want to come take it? Take it.
Mhm. See what happens.
Yeah.
See how athletic you're feeling today.
Someone asked the internet, what's something that is sexy now that wasn't sexy 20 years ago? So think back 2005, some of the stuff that you're like, oh, people like that now, you know.
This is pretty broad, and this is probably not on the list, but something that I think about is that I find powerful women sexy now.
Powerful women.
And I don't believe that 20 years ago that was necessarily the case. You wanted a dumb blonde
Right.
You know.
And if you were a powerful woman, you're a bitch.
lesbian.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Something
But
like
I
that.
find like a businesswoman or a woman who's just got her crap together or a woman who knows what she wants, that's sexy to me.
One of the things they say is nerdy things like Dungeons and Dragons and
yeah.
anime and comics and stuff. You know,
let's be realistic. Fat nerds are still fat nerds.
Yeah.
That's not sexy. If you get a hot girl who also likes Game of Thrones and Dungeons and Dragons, you're like, oh yeah.
There's some of these cosplay girls that
Yeah.
dress up like Ahsoka and Princess Leia in the
Yeah,
slave
that's
outfit.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, this is also not necessarily sexy, like the actual meaning of sexy, but just kind of sexy, like it's a thing now. It's
Right, right.
that type of thing, whatever.
Do leggings count? I feel like leggings became way popular in the last 10 years. Like all the chicks wear
Yeah,
that
because
now.
leggings used to be 80s.
Yeah.
And then they
Yeah.
went away and then they came back. Yeah, it's not
You
on
mean
the
like
list,
yoga
but-
pants?
Yeah, like
yeah.
every chick wears those now.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
and thank God that they do. That's been a real.
Some
that's
probably
been a
shouldn't be
treat.
wearing
Oh, I
them,
thought you
though.
meant like the 80s leggings, like the went over the
Oh.
pants. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, that's what I thought you meant at first.
Lululemon and stuff.
Yeah. Those are.
Lululemon's really the one to thank. Lululemon came out with those. Everybody went after them. Then Fabletics and those other places tried
Yeah,
to match
yeah.
it. So but eventually, everybody was wearing leggings.
I was saying the other day, by the way, at the 5K, I said, it is amazing to me how many people are wearing Hokas, the shoes. I said 3 years ago, I would say Hoka to people, and they'd be like, I don't know what you're talking. What is Hoka? What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Everybody had
What
them
is the
on.
one you had the endorsement with? Or like that sent you a bunch of shoes? Because you gave me a pair.
Saucony.
Saucony, that
Yeah.
was it. Yeah, that's another one.
Yeah, I was wearing my Saucony stuff there, actually. Yeah, Saucony stuff.
Yeah, I see people with the Hokas. I think, and you were the first person I heard mention those.
Yeah. Oh, I would say, because people would be like, what are those? I'm like, they're Hokas. And they're like, I've never heard of
Yeah.
those. Yeah. But now everybody wears
Wearing
those.
them right now.
What about going to therapy? Going to therapy,
Yeah.
2005, that was kind of a stigma. It was like going to therapy. Now a lot of
Now
people
it's
go to
smart,
therapy.
yeah.
And they're like, oh, good for you, taking care
What
of
do you
yourself.
think
And,
did that?
Probably just more people talking about it. More people. I don't know whether there was something in pop
Definitely,
culture.
I think Sopranos.
Sopranos. Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay. There you go.
I think Sopranos made it cool for guys to feel like they were going to
Right,
therapy,
look.
like Tony.
Yeah, he's the boss. Yeah. He's like El Chapo.
Right.
Yeah. Same.
Having zero posts on social media.
I don't get that. My son does that. He takes all his posts down.
Yeah.
They post stuff, they take it down.
I assumed it's because people get caught with stuff later on. Like
That
they
might
start-
be
Right.
true too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably just good idea to
Doesn't age well.
Yeah.
Once every other week, whatever, just take all the stuff down because it gets away from you and then you forget. And then 3 years later,
You're
you're
trying
like,
to get a job.
yeah, guess what? You're not doing
Yeah.
because you posted this. And now,
I like the way it's a good archive for certainly for the stuff we've done on the show. You can just scroll through our
Yeah.
Instagram page and see pictures of things from over the years.
I got to be honest with you, and don't try and fact check me on this, but I don't think I've ever posted anything that's bad. I've had stuff before where I'm like, maybe I shouldn't post that.
oh, for
You
sure.
know, but I think it's pretty good.
I've had stuff before that I regret posting now.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I used to fight with people on Twitter when it first came out, especially at the time I was fighting Boston, the entire city, and I was doing it for the fun of it. Go back and read it now. I look like a deranged lunatic,
Right,
just
yeah.
calling people the C word, but at the time, I was just having a ball doing it. I was laying in bed. We did afternoons, so I didn't have to get up early, and I'd just be fighting with people online.
How about being a non-smoker?
Being a non-smoker is
It's
way
cr-
sexier.
It's crazy when you see people smoking cigarettes.
I agree.
Carmen, my first thing whenever I see somebody smoking, I go, 2025. huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still at it? Still doing it?
And when you see younger people smoking too, it's
Just
like,
started.
oh, really?
But it's a lot of vapes now. Like you don't
Oh,
really
yeah.
see cigarettes, so you don't smell them, and
Yeah.
you can't really smell the vapes. But a lot of people vape.
I think the vapes are just as gross.
Oh yeah,
100%. Yeah.
they're just
Joe,
as
you
bad.
hear these people?
What?
You hear these people? What they're saying?
I don't agree with them.
Yeah. I don't care about the vape as much as I do cigarettes. Cigarettes are disgusting. Like if I'm sitting at a stoplight and I could just smell the car next to me,
Oh,
somebody
yeah.
smoking is gross.
Oh,
Plus, if you're somewhere and someone lights up a cigarette, you can tell right away.
immediately.
Yeah.
And you're
Yeah.
like, what? What is going on? Being vegan, or at least being as healthy as you can be, which doesn't really make sense because vegan doesn't necessarily make you healthy,
Yeah.
but whatever. They're saying, watching what you eat and taking care of all that stuff. Let's see. An 800 credit score.
Listen, I've been saying that's sexy for a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you're a girl, you want a guy with a good credit score.
Sure, yeah.
And if you're a girl, you want a good credit score.
Small-chested women
No,
as
that's
opposed to big fake jugs.
So,
No?
Oh,
come on.
I like
I-
them. I like them. I like them all.
did you see those big balloons yesterday?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
boy.
we're-
those were not sexy.
No, those were ridiculous.
Too much.
Those, my son saw those and it blew his mind.
Yeah.
He's like, "What is going on there?"
I mean,
Like Chad and I were talking, and we were like, "She has to be in porn." Like
I mean, that's the only thing she
Right.
could do with those.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the only reason to have boobs that
I
size.
saw Bert signed him later on.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Nobody is saying, have you met Professor Wilson?
Yeah.
And to pointing to her. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's not, I don't think that's happening. How about long hair on dudes?
Yeah.
I don't like it.
I don't like it either.
I'm not a fan of
It
hair.
seems like it used to be sexy, not sexy now.
No.
No, now it's wavy hair is more sexy than long hair.
Now it seems dirty.
Yeah, like 80s, 90s, long hair. I had long hair, and I will tell you that I got a lot of women because I had long hair.
Yeah. Nobody cool.
What?
I don't know. That was just the most pompous thing. I had long hair, and I had a lot of women because I had long hair.
No, I'm saying because of my long hair.
I go.
Yeah.
You were saying this sounded funny. I can't picture you with long hair. It's so weird to think. I think I've seen one picture before, but I can't picture it.
You kind of had it kind of long for a little while when you worked here. It was like,
Oh
kinda
yeah,
like here.
yeah, but I was fat too, so that didn't look good.
No.
Long hair fat guy doesn't work out. When I was skinny and young and had super long hair, it was very much 80s hair metal scene and that kind of thing, whatever. But here's one.
I mean, Chris Hemsworth has the long hair, doesn't he?
That's sexy.
Yeah.
He's got Chris Hemsworth package
But
over
he's
here.
sexy.
He's got Chris Hemsworth face.
Yeah, he's Thor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got Thor face, not Pete face.
Here you go. Here is long-haired Galvin. This is at my brother Tom's wedding. Look at that guy.
That guy gets a lot of girls because of that long hair.
I do. I did.
Yeah.
They told me. They liked it. I had a theory. That a lot of women liked it because they wanted to be with a lady, and I had long hair.
Might be true.
Yeah.
You look like Andre from.
I used to get that all the
Did
time.
you? From Real World, yeah.
I had one girl. I go, I am not Andre. She was like, no, I know that
don't
you
tell
are.
it.
Yeah, and you don't want anybody. I go, I'm not. This one, 100%. Always thought it was sexy. Muscular women.
Oh, muscle mom.
Muscle mom. Yeah. I got to tell you, I love that. Listen.
It's good to look at. I don't want to feel it.
Oh, I'd like to feel it.
Yeah, I
Rub
don't.
some oil on you.
Oh no.
Oh yeah.
No.
Getting those crevices.
Bounce a shoulder off of that.
Show me your striations.
Yeah, I don't feel like that's. I'm not trying to insinuate anything. I'm not saying that's a gay thing. I just don't feel like, to me, that's too masculine. I think you look great. And I think that there are plenty of women that are muscular or skinny with muscles, skinny and look great, but feels weird.
I am bigger than them size wise. Obviously, they're more muscular and all that stuff, whatever. But also, I'm not talking like huge.
No, I just don't want to rub.
Like
I don't want to rub my arm over. I don't want to feel peaks and valleys on somebody's arm.
Oh, I like that. I like the rounded shoulders.
Oh.
I like the tight, and the
The
muscular
Adam's apple and
tone.
the deep voice.
No, Gio.
Wait a minute.
I like to rub oil all the way down to their wiener. No, that's not a thing. No, just muscle.
I like my women to be dainty.
Yes.
I want dainty.
Bald guys with beards used to scream midlife crisis.
Yeah.
Now it's a whole thing. Like you see that all the time. Like remember it was when people first started shaving their head, you're like, really? Shaving their head?
Yeah, because nobody wanted to be bald.
Right.
And then you realized that it was better to give in to going bald than it would be to try and like wrap that one hair around your head a bunch of times, which guys used to do in the 70s.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm just dealing with it as time goes on. As it gets shorter, I cut my hair a little shorter. That's it.
We had a neighbor growing up. They were the Labudas. That was their last name, Labuda. And Mark Labuda, the father, he had totally bald on top, long on the side, and would just push it all the way around.
Oh, no, that's awful.
And it was so funny. He'd be out in his garden, like working and stuff, and it would hang down, like halfway to his stomach, whatever. And then he'd go like this. And whip around with her, and we called it the Labuda whip.
Yeah, that's the worst.
What about 50-year-olds? 20 years ago, when people turned 50, they looked like they should be on Golden Girls. Today, when they're 50, they look like they're 25 or 30.
Yeah.
I watched Sanford and Son the other day.
Yeah.
Such a great show that
So
holds
great.
up.
Yeah.
But, I see those memes where Fred Sanford was only like 45 years old when that
That's
show came out.
crazy.
He looks like he's 75 on the show. It's
Some
hard
of the
to
Golden
believe.
Girls were in their 40s.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
They
Yeah.
were all, the whole cast of Cheers were like in their 30s.
Yeah.
Yeah. And even Coach, I think Coach was like maybe 50.
It's depressing.
Yeah, it's wild. Lack of tattoos in addition to having tattoos. So lack of tattoos,
No.
a lot
If
of
someone
people,
doesn't have any, that's random or that's very rare.
but it used to be where you didn't have them and stuff. If you
Right.
did have them, you're probably a criminal or something, whatever. Now everybody has them. Like hot girls have them. This person has them. And, nerdy has them.
Yeah.
They got face tattoos now.
Yeah.
You got.
Oh, good.
No, I'm just saying that there is. Like I still don't understand the words on people's heads. Like Amber Rose is so hot to me, but then she got that tattoo of her kid's name across the top of her forehead. I
Yeah.
just don't get that.
See, I saw an old lady at the grocery store and she had like fresh sleeves. You know what I mean? Because you can tell when a tattoo is older and
Yeah.
stuff like that. But she had to be like in her 70s. And
Oh, really?
It was almost like her husband died and never let her get a tattoo her whole life. So once he passed away, she was like, all right, I'm living my life.
Screw you, Morty.
And went and got 2 like full sleeves. It was wild.
My mother-in-law wants to get a tattoo. And I don't really know what she wants to get, probably a teacup or something, but I feel like she's too delicate. Like the minute they hit her with that needle, she's going to turn to dust. She's been talking about it a lot. Mother's Day or Easter rather. She was like, I'm ready.
I can tell you, I am so thankful that I never got any face piercings.
Yeah.
You know,
Like
you can always just get rid of those, right?
But you always have like a hole. Like if you have your nose pierced and you take it out, you always have like an indent and stuff like that. Like I remember when I was like 10, I wanted my eyebrow pierced. And thinking back, I was like, that to me, it just looks trashy now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But like when I was at 10, I thought that was like the coolest thing. And I was like, when I turn 18, that's what I'm doing. And I am just so thankful that I never got any face piercings.
I had my nose pierced for a while, Carmen. I don't think I have one.
No, my wife had her nose pierced,
Yeah.
and then she started doing some modeling stuff all like really fast in a row, and they wanted her to take it out, so she took it out, and I think hers closed up too because I love it. I'd love for her to put it back in.
Yeah.
I think that's sexy as all hell.
Lack of tan. It used to be almost everyone went to tanning salons, and not being tan somehow lowered your attractiveness.
Tanning salon. I don't know. That was really weird because even I went to a tanning salon, but only because Amanda worked there at the time.
Yeah.
But tanning salons are, when you live in Florida, they're just awkward. I don't know why. I mean, there's definitely a difference between your fake tan and a real tan, and it would seem to make more sense. You could just go outside for a couple of minutes.
Yeah.
You know?
But if you want to get a little bit of color and stuff.
Color is better than being pale,
yeah.
for sure.
And then the final one is eyebrows that aren't pencil thin.
Oh, yeah.
You have all kind of different eyebrows. Now, Carmen, speaking of getting face piercings and stuff, people that would get their eyebrows tattooed on,
So
and
weird.
now the style is different. It's like, you look weird. Yeah.
Well, and I just like look back on like my middle school photos, and I literally had like one line, like the thinnest eyebrows ever, like overplucked, over tweezed, because that was the style.
Right. But if you did that now, people would be like, what is going on? Looks so weird.
I like when girls have, there's a couple of things I like that are embarrassing. I like when they have not just big lips, but there's like a split thing almost. Do you know what that is, Carmen?
What is it?
I don't know. I saw a lot of girls in Miami with it. It's a Hispanic thing where they got like puffy lips, but then it's also got like I don't know. It's got like an outline on it.
Or is it a piercing?
No. It's like the whole lips of like they're
they do the lip liner around the outside.
They overline their lips to make their lips look bigger.
Yeah. I like that.
And that was always kind of like a Hispanic thing, but then Kylie Jenner did it and got her lips done, but then she said she was overlining her lips, and that started a new trend, and that's what started her cosmetic company.
Makeup line?
Yeah.
I'm in it. I like it.
If you look back when the Kardashians first started out, she had little like bird peckers. She had like
what? I've been called that before.
Yeah.
She literally has like no lips at all. And then one day she just had these huge things on her face. And everyone's like, "Did you get your lips done?" She's like, "No, I'm just overlining." Come to find out, she was getting her lips done for like years before she actually said she was doing it.
Can I tell you what else is that I like the eyebrows, like Galvin was saying, but some of those are like those. I guess it's Hispanic really girls that do it. The big thick eyebrows.
Yeah,
I do find that to be sexy sometimes. Also, the big spider leg eyelashes. Sometimes I find that sexy.
My wife did the total like cholo eyebrows. And she did the lip liner thing, whatever, and then put her hair up in a bandana, whatever. And I was like,
hot.
all right.
That's hot. Yeah. Oh yeah, I'd let her rob me.
Mm-hmm.
I can't say what Chad calls them, but I'm going to text you guys.
Oh no.
Okay.
Chad being racist?
No.
Oh. We're going to talk to Jason Mewes here. Do you want to just let me know when he's in the room?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm good. I'm in there now.
That's it for the list, by the way.
No, I'm just waiting for.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're not on.
All right. You want me to get on?
I mean, yeah, if you want.
Now I'm on.
All right, cool.
Oh my God, Carmen. She just sent to what,
when a girl has like big fake eyelashes.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's what he calls them.
Yeah.
And now I can't stop.
I love that. That's even better.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you put eyebrows on, or eyelashes on for him?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Carmen's good. I gotta tell you, Carmen's a pretty good girlfriend.
Yeah. Listen, I'm
Not
down.
that I know. She's not my
Well,
girl.
but she's accommodating.
yeah, very.
Yeah, but
it
he's
seems
gonna
like-
lick her feet though.
Is there anything Chad's asked you to do that you're like, no?
No.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you think he? I was like, maybe he can teach me some moves, but then I think mostly it starts with his abs.
Yeah, and again, I love him. Like there's no I can't not say it. You know what I mean? I am in love with him and I love him.
Yeah.
And he's a very sexual person and I just want to make sure like I keep
You're taking care of him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
take
keep
care of your man.
right. I keep that up because that I feel like that's a huge problem with couples over years. You just kind of stop doing things that the other person wants to do, and then they get bored. You know
I don't
what I mean?
know. I'm trying to think because we've been married for a long time. We've been together for even longer, and I don't feel like we really. I don't feel like anything stopped.
And that's good, and that's why you guys are still married. You know what I mean? But they
Yeah.
say like a lot, like the big reason for like divorce and stuff is because people stop dating and they stop trying to like impress or
Yeah.
please their partners.
And I'm sure you've heard it. People will be like, "Oh, we haven't had sex for like 3 years."
Well,
and you're
I mean,
like, "Oh,
the sex thing. I'm just being honest with you. After you've been married for a while and you have kids and all that, it not only does it die off, your desire to do it is. It's not that you don't have it anymore, but you don't have it like you did when you first met. Yeah, that's just physical attraction. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, but you should still be doing stuff."
Yeah. But I'm saying it's not like you went in the beginning of a relationship. You guys want to bang every time you're like Amanda and I used to kiss all the time when we were together. Like my brother used to make fun of us all the time. Now you're like, we don't even sit in the same sides of the room. You know what I mean? Like we're not snugglers.
oh, I can't stop kissing Chad. It's
Yeah, I didn't say it's not that we never kiss. It's just not like it was in the beginning.
Yeah. And again, but that's just part of being together with someone for a long time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But like you guys, you'll say like you'll do like some afternoon stuff occasionally when the kids are gone. You know what I mean? Like you keep the spark alive. But there's some people that like once the spark is gone,
Yeah.
they're just like, okay, I'm over it. I
Well,
want a new spark.
yeah.
They don't try
That's
to
not when you're
relight-
not in love with those people.
Right. They don't try and relight it where it's like, but again, like Chad and I have been together for 4 years. So like I'm not trying to let the spark die at all.
It's been 4 years, huh?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know that eventually the spark's gonna die.
Not on my end.
Mm.
I don't know. Like I don't feel that way. I look at him and I get butterflies still.
Wow, really?
Spark's not going to die as long as she's wearing those eyelashes
Well, that's true.
and making the whatever the face is.
Yeah.
I forget, a swai, whatever. I forget what it's called.
What
Yeah,
is it? I know what you're talking about, but I don't know what the name of it is.
Yeah, it's some Japanese name, I think,
Oh.
because it's from anime, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
something like that. Yeah.
The cross-eyed with the. Mhm.
Tongue.
Mhm.
I mean, it's not really cross-eyed.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
you just
Cross-eyed.
looked. Oh, I think you looked one way. That's weird.
No, you like look at your nose.
Oh,
Or
really?
up. Yeah.
Oh, you are
And
accommodating.
drool.
All right, we got to take a break. Where's Jay Muse? What's going on there? Poor Gio.
I'm done.
No, give me back your medal. Give me back your
The
medal.
high of the 5K.
You lose your medal.
Oh.
We'll take a break. It's the Mike Calta Show. It's 102.5 The Bone. Gio has to turn his medal back in today. Guy could run up ramps and run for 4 miles. Cannot get Jay or Silent Bob to come on the show.
I don't think you're getting anybody from Clerks to come on.
I
No.
just want to start yelling profanities.
Dante just called and said, don't even try it. Don't even try it. What happened?
I don't know.
We had Kevin Smith supposed to be on the show
Like
3 times.
3 times.
And Kevin Smith, very apologetic, said, look, it's West Coast time. I've been sleeping. Then, I'll be honest with you, Jay Muse is coming to town, who I like, but he's been on the show before. There's only so many things you could talk to him about.
Yeah.
So I was like, And then you said, hey, Jay Muse. And I was like, yeah, all right, let's do it. And with this video call, too, so it'd be even better. And then
Yeah.
today, he was supposed to be on 15 minutes ago. Gio confirmed it 3 times.
Yeah.
And then what happened?
I called his PR lady. She says, I'm going to try and text and call him now. She tried that, and she says, no answer.
No answer.
So
They have to be messing with you. Like, this has
Carmen,
to be on purpose now, Gio.
if that was the case, I would be so relieved because it's infuriating to me.
Here's the thing. You're talking about 2 multimillionaires, stoners, who don't really need the show. Their primary show is sold out. Jay knows as a result of the Dogma screening being sold out, he'll probably sell out his other thing.
Right.
He's got his own. They got their own fans in their own universe, so he really doesn't need it. He doesn't need it.
If that's the case, that's fine, but don't then commit to an interview, confirm multiple times, and then not show up.
I agree with
because
you.
Professionally, that is just
I agree.
not great.
I agree.
It's just, man.
Mike Calta Show. Good morning.
Morning, guys. How are you, Mike?
Good. What's happening?
Good, man. I don't think it's not Gio's fault, and Gio, you shouldn't take it hard, man. I think it's wrong on their part that, especially you said like Kevin Smith last week, messing, he doesn't need it. But if he's friends with you, or however you want to call it, he's always, it seems like good interviews every time you speak to him. He shouldn't be doing that.
I mean, but
You know what I
honestly,
mean?
think about it. What is the common denominator here? Gio.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Gio is the common denominator. Something could be wrong on Gio's end. He could be doing something wrong. Something fell between the cracks. We don't really know what's going on.
No
behind the
way.
scenes.
I don't believe it.
They feel like they can walk all over.
Spanish, maybe not him. Like he's always been pretty pretty good when it comes to scheduling and videos and all that stuff. Sorry, Joe. And just like I really I think that he knows what he's doing, and I think it's the people that don't show up. I mean, it's wrong, and you should start getting pissed, Mike. I think you should start getting pissed, man.
Listen. I'm here to do 4 hours of the show either way, whether the guests make it or not. I got to still do the same amount of time. So, but thank you, sir.
I'm only as good as my track record, and right now, that is not great.
It's not great. It's not great. I mean, look, you ask me
5K
how you are at
record's
marathons.
great.
Yeah, marathons or 5Ks, you're doing great.
I'm so pissed.
Mike Calta Show. Good morning.
Oh man.
Hey, I was calling about that photo everybody's mad at.
Which one is
The
that?
one
The Pope, Trump,
or Mike in his medal? Which one?
No, Donald Trump as a Jedi.
Yeah, I don't think they're mad at that one. He's actually a Sith Lord.
The Sith Lord.
Yeah, that's just, I thought about it. There's not a single Star Wars character that is jacked up on space steroids. And I hate to say it, but like Favreau needs to add a space character that's jacked up on steroids because none of them have muscles. Any of them, if you think about it.
Well, it's not about a strength thing. It's more about the mind and the heart. So, yeah, I get you. There is no bad
but also Darth Vader, former bodybuilder, the guy that played him.
Yeah.
So he had some muscle under there.
I respect you more because you know that guy.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Also,
hey, I've met him.
I'd also imagine if you shaved Chewbacca down, he's pretty muscular.
Probably. Yeah.
He'll rip your arms off and beat you with them.
Yeah.
No. Anybody watch that show, The Americas, with Tom Hanks voices it? It's a nature show.
No, I haven't seen it. I saw the previews for it.
Man, I watched it yesterday. It's weird how like they'll show you these are sea lions and the sea lions and this, that, and the other thing. You're like, oh, cool, sea lions. Then the next scene is whales just coming up and eating the sea lions.
Yeah.
Oh, this is gross. It was great, but it was gross. Like you see the sea lions and you love them. And you're like, I want to play with that thing. And then all of a sudden the killer whale. It's so, nature is just so amazing to me. The giant orcas, the big killer whales, they will travel in packs, and then what they do is the sea lions stay on just about as far on shore that the whales can't reach. And they'll stay away. If the whales jump out and try to get them, sometimes they beach themselves because they've gone too far.
Right.
So they were showing how the whales do that. And then one whale went out and beached itself. It was too far and it couldn't get off the rocks. And the other whale, the leader of the pack, came in and pushed this one back out into the water.
Really?
It's amazing how they do that.
Yeah.
It was pretty interesting. I watched it. I put it on. I go, what is this stupid thing? And then 2 hours later, I'm watching it like a stoner.
You're into it.
So into it. Mike Calta Show. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, guys. How you doing?
Good. How are you, sir?
Good. Hey, back to the El Chapo thing. with Joe's train of thought, do you think maybe he typed in Coke Boss?
Oh, that could be true. Did you do that, Joe?
No, I did not. I checked. It was cake.
It was cake. Oh, I'm sorry.
But thank you.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it would have made more sense.
The Coke Boss.
Hey, I'm the Coke Boss. Mike Calta Show, hello.
Hey, this is Largo Maddie. What's up?
What is it?
Largo Maddie. I live in Largo.
And your name's Maddie.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's up, Largo Maddie?
Well, you was talking about the animal shows on Netflix.
But I don't like the way you say it. I don't like the way you say it's Largo Maddie. Like we're gonna go, oh, it's Maddie from Largo. Like, what do you think we care? Who asked what your name was?
I don't know. I just give you a name and see if you like it.
Yeah, no, I don't. Don't say it anymore.
Okay.
All right.
I'm so sorry.
All right, let's start over. Let's start over. Mike Calta Show, hello.
Hey, this is Matt.
No, I don't even want to know that. I don't want to know that either.
That's okay. That's okay.
All right, what's up,
I
man?
mean,
What's up, man?
well, you were talking about animal shows, and on Netflix they have the show called Patagonian. It's about a
no, it's not Patagonian. It's now you're gonna screw me up. Say it again. It's
okay. Sorry.
No. Let's try it. We'll figure this out together, Largo Maddie. I watched it.
All right.
I know what you're
Do
talking.
you like it?
Yeah, it's. Do you know what it is, Galvin?
No.
It's a pen. Say it again, Matt.
Patagonian.
No, pen. Damn
Patagonian.
No,
Sorry,
pangolin.
I don't
Pangolin.
mean to screw you up.
No, it's a
got
pangolin.
ADHD.
It's a pangolin.
Pangolin.
Pangolin. Yeah.
Yes.
I watched it. Did you like it?
Yeah, it's crazy that they take the scales on the animal are used for like 60 herbal medicines that heal people.
I know.
The most hunted animal.
I know, and I wonder really what the benefits are, and why we can't get these things to mass reproduce so that we can help out whatever it was. Largo Maddie, good call. Thank you for the call, sir.
All right, take care.
Thank you. Pangolins, Galvin. Have you seen them? They look like armadillos.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. Yeah.
The show itself was okay.
Joe shall know, Chapo.
Can you see it?
Joe is showing a penguin, not a penguin, a pangolin. I don't know what they are. They look like armadillos. I watched it the other day on the Netflix show. It's kind of boring, but it's also like this guy said, those scales are used for so many medicines and so many things, and that they're hunted and this guy's trying to protect them and trying to. But doesn't it seem like you just get a couple of them in the room and let them just start banging?
Yeah, but they have a lot of trouble with that. You've had where they have different animals at the zoo and they're not mating, they're not doing it and stuff. Yeah. So
and
who
penguins mate for life.
Not penguins, pangolins.
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 Oh, okay, so they're different.
They're much different. They don't look anything like
it has nothing to do with the penguin.
I don't even know. I hope I'm saying that right. Pangolin.
Pangolin or pangolins.
No, it's pangolin. I just want to make sure I'm saying it right. Yeah. It's I don't know. It's one of those nature shows that you put it on. You go, why are we watching this? The next thing you know, you become a pangolin expert, and you've talked way too long about it.
And it has David Attenborough.
Yeah,
doing the voice. So,
Mike Calta Show. Good morning.
Hey, my name's Charlie, and I'm trying to get some help when I go fund me for my mother. We were in a tragic boat accident last year today. She ended up losing her left leg. She's a fitness instructor, personal trainer. She continues with life. We're just having a lot of issues with the prosthetic and stuff, and I just wanted to get the word out and see if there's anyone that was willing to help.
What do you? Don't they have organizations where they can get you like a prosthetic leg?
So she's got the prosthetic already. Thanks for 50 legs in the company, but with her insurance, she's only allowed to get the fitting twice every certain cycle. And the problem is it doesn't fit anymore, and it's causing her to chafe and rub, and she works out. So now we have to pay out our own pocket, and those legs are $200,000.
Oh my God! Can you just put a piece of wood in there and some crazy glue? You're like an old pirate.
Mom's not willing to go to the old pirate way. I told her I wish it was me in the accident, not her.
I know. You're a good son.
Well, thank you, sir. The GoFundMe is Stand on Her Own 2 Feet, Support Joni's Comeback.
I would imagine you just Google that and GoFundMe and it'll come up.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I don't know how many. Listen, I'm being honest with you. I don't know how many people are racing to the internet now to help out, but I hope that they do. I hope there's somebody listening out there that might be willing to donate some money for you.
We're friends with Joey Deeb and all that stuff. I reached out to him and to reach out to you, and he said, just like what you said in the past, you can't support a GoFundMe. It's not you can't do that. It's not your business. But I figured I'd make a call today. It's a 1-year anniversary, and anything helps, and anything anyone's willing to do. She still works out every day, still a personal trainer. She's not letting this hold her back. If I worked half as hard as my mom, I'd already be retired.
First of all, Joey Deeb, it seems like he is a part of the construction company. He probably could make something for you. I feel like he's slacking. He could probably fashion it.
Well, she doesn't need. Oh yes, with the leg, she doesn't. She just needs it to fit better, so she can continue moving forward and continue living her life like it was before the accident. We had a hydraulic steering fail, and she ended up losing her leg about 8 inches above the knee. And thankfully, I was able to put pressure around her leg. A good Samaritan came by because she ended up losing 6 pints of blood.
You were with her, and you pretty much saved her at the time that she was waiting for help.
It was, I was also the captain, so I feel like I was responsible for the accident. As a boat captain, you're always responsible. Like that guy that hit that ferry, he's responsible for that. He hit a boat that was traveling through the waterway. That Jeff Knight was responsible, and he's got a great attorney. He's got away with it in the past, and he probably will again. But whenever you're at the helm of a vessel, you're responsible for everyone on the vessel.
Yeah, well, look, I get you. That's why I'm not driving. I get it. Well, look, I hope you give out your GoFundMe again, so hopefully you can raise some money and help your mom.
I really appreciate that. Let me grab my father's phone. It is Stand on Her Own 2 Feet, Support Joni's Comeback.
All right. Good luck. I hope you get some money, and good luck to your mom, buddy.
Thank you very much. You guys have a great day, and thank you guys for the show. You guys get me through my morning every day.
Thanks for listening. I appreciate it. Give your love to your mom. Could you make sweet love to a woman with one leg?
Yeah.
I would never have a problem with that.
Yeah.
Not your mom, sir. I'm not mean specifically about your mom. I'm just saying, maybe your mom. She's a fitness model.
Would you rather have no leg or no arms?
No leg. No legs, both?
Oof. And she's in great shape.
Yeah, I bet she is a trainer.
Yeah. I looked up the GoFundMe. She's in, phenomenal shape.
Can you send me that link?
Yes, of course.
I just want to check it out. So, what would you rather have? You wouldn't be able to run a 5K anymore.
One arm, one leg. What are you talking about? No legs, no arms, or lose one leg, lose one arm? Which one would you want to do?
Yeah, lose one leg or one arm.
Lose
one leg or one arm. I think I would have to go leg because I think they have. I mean, if you can get one of those amazing robot arms where you see the people can use it just by thinking and it does the stuff.
I know, but can I tell you that I blow my nose a lot? You ever try to blow your nose with one hand? It's not nearly as satisfying. I can't run my fingers through my hair.
There's a woman on Instagram, and she has no arms, and she does baking videos with her feet.
I saw her.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And she can do everything. She stirs it and mixes it in the bowl.
Who wants to eat those feet cakes?
Yeah.
Her feet are clean, though.
No, never clean enough.
She's using them all the time.
They're never clean enough.
She's walking in, she's picking her nose with them.
By the way, I love the videos where they have the guy who throws out the first pitch and he has no arms. And they're like, so he had to learn how to do everything with his feet, including throwing out the first pitch. And he gets the ball and throws it out. And then they cut to a guy just slamming a home run. Oh, my! That is out of here.
What would you rather have?
If I'm the one losing the arm or leg?
Yeah.
Where am I losing my leg? Like from where down?
Hip. Right below your sack.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, can I at least have thigh so that they can do the...
Nope, you got no legs, so you can't have the prosthetic.
Can I just tell you while you're thinking about that? That poor kid, he feels like it's his fault that his mom lost her leg.
Yeah.
I don't know that it is or it isn't. They had a hydraulic issue, but he said, he was like, I'm the captain. I was responsible. That poor kid is living with that. He thinks that it's his fault that his mom lost her leg.
I'd rather take the leg than the arm.
Right? Carmen, what would you rather lose?
Oh my
Joe,
God.
we know you'd rather lose a leg because then you couldn't hit your girlfriend anymore without your hands.
And you're saying it's your good arm
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's taken? Oh, leg. Because the prosthetic, or eventually they'll come out with something that you can like strap on.
But in the meantime, you got to hop around.
Yeah.
You got to crutch it.
No strap on leg.
Oh,
You see the mom?
No, hold on. Let me get a look at this.
She's definitely in good shape.
Oh, me.
Yeah. Oh, me.
Oh, she's smoking.
she could have done the 5K, no problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would
Sometimes,
have done the
one leg.
5K with her on my back.
sometimes you don't even know. The people that lose their legs with the prosthetics, you don't even realize that they don't have a leg.
Yeah.
Especially if it's like at the knee.
Right.
That's a Friends episode.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's a girl that Joey dated, and he threw her leg in the fire when they were like, because it was like all dark and stuff. And then like a year later, Chandler meets her and starts dating her.
Mom is pretty hot. Very nice.
I mean, never mind.
No, I guess
Say
it is.
it,
That's a good
say it,
picture to
say
put
it.
up for the GoFundMe.
Yeah, but shouldn't we be able to see the leg that's
No.
missing?
We just want to think about rebuilding it back to whatever that was.
All right.
Yeah. That's all we want to think about.
Like if I'm supporting the leg, show me the leg.
you need more pictures?
I need context.
No, look at our OnlyFans. Her OnlyFans,
Yeah.
she's got it.
True.
I have the generator now.
Yeah. Is it all good?
Oh, it's all good.
Did you
I
lose-
think.
Did you lose power on Sunday?
Yes.
So did I.
Why?
I don't know.
What?
But it came back right away. I can't tell if it came back or the generator went on.
It was out for about probably 40 minutes for me.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, well, mine came right
It
back
must
on.
have been your generator then.
But I didn't hear it.
Yeah, so I was gonna say, did they run it? Did they run it where they had the system and you could you
power
hear
it
it?
out. I was inside, but I was upstairs when the power went out. So what's really weird is that I'm wearing the mask, and I got up and I woke up in the middle of the night because it was the middle of the night. I reached my hand over and I grabbed the fan and I turned the fan up higher. I just hit the little button and I turned back, and the minute I turned back, the power went out and my mask went. Because I'm used to they're blowing the air in, but I thought that I hit the wrong button or something. I'm like, what did I hit and then I saw the lights slowly just boop, 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 they all went down outside, and I went, oh, come on, and then I went, oh, but and then boop, everything went right back on, and I went, okay, so I don't know if the generator just kicked in or if the power came back, but I was waiting for the sound and I didn't hear anything, so maybe it's just more quiet than I thought.
Yeah, because it was about 40 minutes.
Really?
Yeah.
What was it from?
I don't know. My wife said she went outside. She heard like some buzzing and maybe like a transformer had blown or something. Yeah. But it was like I think it was like 7,000 people didn't have power.
Wow.
For like 40 minutes.
Well, if I got to tell you, if that's the case, that thing went right on in 2 seconds.
It must have, because it was like a good 30, 40 minutes. Because I woke up because there's a fan by my bed that kind of blows on my face. It went off and it woke me up instantly.
When your fan goes off, you feel like somebody just smothered you with a mummy. Right? Doesn't it? It's like the worst in the world. You're like, I can't. Why? What has happened?
Imagine having a mask on and the mask would start sucking everything in.
And it was probably 60, 70 degrees in my house.
Yeah. All right. Oh, good. I feel so much better now about it. Hopefully that it was the generator that kicked on. All right. We got to take a break. Any Jason musical? No, nothing.
I know. I already told him no. I said don't.
I know, but I always still want him to try and come back so we could say no again.
I closed the thing and everything.
I did see Kevin Smith in your garage earlier.
It's the Mike Calta Show. Another opportunity to win $1,000 is coming up in less than a half hour. We'll tell you all about it when we come back. It's 102.5 The Bone. Anything else before we get out of here? Oh, I know what I got to do. I got to talk to
Give back your medal.
Well, no. Listen, it's here. You want it?
Take it. Jill wants
it. Medicine Man.
Yeah, what's up?
I saw you went to the Cheap Trick show.
It was a great show, a great party. It was.
Yeah, I saw you hanging out with the other radio station, the Shark.
Yeah, they were hosting the party anyway, and I was around people.
With the crowd, but I thought you were part of this show.
I am, man. You're friendly with other people at other radio stations.
No, that's not true. We don't normally like other people.
We don't talk to anybody else who rides a bike and collects metal.
That's right. You're our only.
I mean, you got Big Rig. That's a friend of Pete. For
friend of Pete
many years.
What does it have to do with me?
And Pete works for other radio stations too.
Pete doesn't work for anybody.
Isn't he a sportscaster or something?
Pete hasn't done sportscasting in 25 years.
But in the past, but he made good friends with other people. And you also friends with people at radio stations too.
No, I'm not.
And I'm pretty sure these people at Cox Media are good friends with other people too.
No, we're not. We hate everybody.
I mean, I'd be friends with Mary.
Nobody hates. Nobody hates people. And that girl, man, she was like the cure for my ED anyway. She was,
she does look pretty good, Meredith from Wild. She
God
looks
damn,
great.
man. She looked like a young version of Tiffany Coyne from Let's Make a Deal.
From Let's Make a Deal?
Yeah, he knows the
Yeah.
spokesmodel from Let's Make a
Wow.
Deal.
Wow.
All right. Well, anyway,
I mean, she was
I'm glad you had a good time.
I mean, we had a blast out there, and I mingled with the crowd. And
Did they
everybody,
give you
my fans
tickets?
out there, no matter what.
Did they give you the
What?
tickets? Did they give you the tickets?
Somebody gave me a ticket that works, but I was a camera crew person. Gave me a ticket.
Unbelievable. The guy just shows up and gets tickets. Now, what are you doing for Metallica? Is Meredith getting you into Metallica next?
No.
Well, I mean,
The only thing you can get when they get from the stations, like either the Eagle and them, you got to win on the phone or text to win and stuff like that. You know,
I have them. I have some to give away.
That's my birthday coming up around that time too.
Yeah, you're too old. You're too old for Metallica.
He's the
I'm
age
not
of
too old. You're
Metallica.
never too old to rock and roll. I'm a medicine man.
All right.
Yeah.
I should put that on a
Metallica
shirt.
rules, so is AC/DC.
That should go on a shirt. I'm never too old to rock and roll. I'm medicine man.
We should have the end of the show.
Yeah.
It was like that Jethro Tull song anyway that he wrote in the past too. You know.
I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna be sincere, Alex. I will miss you when you
Yeah.
die. I will miss you when you die.
I'm not gonna die. I'm healthy as hell.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that. I saw you the other day. You do look kind of old.
I don't look that old. I look like younger than 74.
74 is. I mean, you're gonna be 80 in 6 years.
I don't even think about it.
Yeah, not too many people live past 80.
And he's still going hard.
A lot of people can. Just
No.
stay away from the crappy foods at like fast food restaurants and stuff like that. And actually today is Cinco de Mayo too.
To say goodbye.
Of course, you know, I always like doing my, hey, Senor Mike Calta, this is Mick Medicine Man.
Mick Medicine Man?
I messed up. This is
You know,
Mexican Man.
You should hang out. You should hang out with Maddie from Largo. I think you guys would get along great.
I think I saw him. I think I ran into concerts in the past too. He's a funny guy.
Yeah, I bet he is. All right, I gotta go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a blast Saturday.
All right, I'll see you later.
All right. Nobody hates anybody.
That's not true. Let's not get that out in your head.
I'm not like that.
Not you, me. I'm filled with hatred.
I know. I got about 1,500 members on my Facebook now.
Yeah, I know. Well, you're very popular. You're man, the myth, the legend.
You gotta be friendly to people to be popular, no matter who.
I'm pretty popular. I think I've reached my popular enough status.
I think you rule, Mike Calta. You're a good guy.
Thank you. All right, I gotta go.
All right, and also Galvin and the rest of your gang too.
Thanks, buddy.
All right.
Never too old to
Yeah.
rock and roll.
No.
Never to rock and roll. Check out the Jethro Tull song.
All right, we'll see you later.
All right.
All right.
And you know, bye bye.
All right. See you later.